this even being recorded yet?
It is, yes.
Oh, that's good.
I'm just trying to figure out what happened over there. Well, I don't even know what I'm looking at, really. You're looking at a 1969 Plymouth Road Runner A12 440 six-pack coupe with 4-speed.
What's the A12 mean?
It's a great question, Sort. I believe A12 is the color.
It's gorgeous.
I am not going to be able to agree with you on that.
Oh, no. A12 is, I think it's the fiberglass hood with the hood pins.
A12 Road Runner, blah, 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 blah.
See if it says what an A12 is.
I thought it was up.
If I'm going to limit myself to saying positive,
apparently A12 is 440 pack.
Oh.
So it's a 440 pack, 440 pack coupe.
The 6-pack being 6 carbs
No,
or 6 barrels.
6 barrels, 3 tier barrels on a 440.
It is a clean-looking engine bay. I can say that in the land of positive remarks.
I don't even see the engine bay.
Go down a little bit more.
It was red.
Oh,
I like it. I like those. That thing, although it doesn't have air conditioning.
I don't think any of those. I don't know that a 6-pack could have air conditioning.
Pretty good. That is a lot of red.
It's very clean.
That car looks to me like the design people and the engineers, and I won't speak to the people who built it, but it looks like they just went, good enough.
A lift-off hood.
Good enough?
Good enough.
What do you mean?
Really?
It just doesn't.
It's a nice square.
It's almost Soviet.
Whoa.
It is simple.
In its lines.
It's got some body lines.
I think it was just made to go fast on the street.
And then
or at the track.
Not equipped with wheels and tires for that.
Correct.
So that you could better kill yourself for your mistake.
No, you're going to put different wheels and
Don't
tires
think
on.
that looks good. That looks good.
I don't think it looks good at all.
There's no mirror on this side.
It's not a plus.
It is.
Yeah, I think that's a good looking car.
It doesn't even look true.
Well, it is a Chrysler product.
Yeah, that's one of those cars, they put those wheels on it because they know you're going to put different ones on it.
Why the vinyl top?
I don't.
I mean, that car would look, I think, significantly better.
I don't hate it on this.
If the top was just the same as the body in terms of color and texture.
I agree.
And the hood. The hood could be the same as the body too. And that would be all right.
No, it needs a black hood.
I like the hood being black.
Needs a black hood, black scoop, and I think I like the vinyl top, which is odd because I usually don't.
I mean, I don't hate the vinyl top.
I think it makes it look more
it's got some extra cooling.
Spartan isn't the right word. Maybe proletariat.
What are you naming horses or something?
The hood's damaged.
I guess at least it's not rusty.
What'd you call me?
The trunk is damaged.
It's an
And
old
the rear
car.
quarter.
Yeah, it's kind of banged up.
That rear quarter bang looks fairly recent.
Maybe.
I would expect where the paint's flaking for the flake to come off and where it's chipped for it to have rusted.
Yeah.
Maybe it was in a tornado. We did have tornadoes this year.
In the country?
In the country, had tornadoes.
I feel unable to argue with that. It's weird because it looks pretty clean overall.
Yeah.
Like even the underside looks pretty clean.
Maybe it was at a car show and tent fell on it.
Ooh.
Maybe it was just going so fast.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What?
They forgot to put the hood pins on
Oh, and the hood came off and
Yep.
just hit the back?
and flew over and hit the back.
Is that what you call double doink?
Yep.
That is a... Yeah. I kind of feel like they should have fixed that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's character.
And again, it kind of has a rat rod shape, so
Rat rod.
it just doesn't look good. It looks like it's kind of intentionally not looking good.
Looks like a really cool cop car.
Well,
I do like the yellow fog lights or high beams or whatever the fuck those are.
those be high beams. And you just said
But,
you said fuck.
well, just bleep it out.
All right.
You said it too.
Well, I have to, because otherwise you won't know what I'm saying. All right. I like it. Fair.
I also like it.
I do not like
In
it.
fact, I might have picked this in another life. It would have been on my list of cars,
Okay.
but maybe not the final list.
Next.
Oh, here we go again. With what is this?
1965 GTO hardtop coupe with 4-speed and a 469 cubic inch Pontiac engine with tri-power.
Presumably that's not what it came with.
The 469?
Yeah.
No, 389 is what it would have come with.
Yeah,
That is my second, maybe I would say tied for first on my favorite GTO.
really?
65, yeah,
Is that the one where the tiger came out of the hood?
it is. Yeah, I think it was 65. Might have been 66. But they changed.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of these.
Really?
Yeah.
That's got wheel with brakes.
I like the wheels.
So, because I don't understand this, and maybe I never will. The GTO is considered to be a pinnacle car by a lot of people, right?
Okay.
And I don't really understand why, because it's kind of family car looking.
It is disputably, is that a word?
Yep.
Arguably.
Arguably, the first muscle car. 1964. GTO, that is.
So
GM had a rule on engine size and different size cars. And Pontiac put a 389 in the intermediate body.
which they were not allowed to do.
I can't remember if they were not allowed or I think they were just not allowed, but they made sort of a special edition thing. And it became very popular, and they called it the GTO. Became very popular, and everybody did it. So
a muscle car is kind of by definition a medium small car with a big engine.
intermediate chassis with a big engine. That's
Where that chassis might otherwise be taking the kids to school and then heading off to work car.
Yep. So regular Pontiac Tempest or Le Mans, which is what that's based on. I think the biggest engine a regular one had was a 326. And I think you could get a straight 6 in those also, in a Tempest, maybe even a Le Mans.
Does the Mustang have kind of a similar origin?
Mustang?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it was a smallish car.
That was a pony car.
It was the first pony car.
But they took a smallish car and put a big engine in it, right?
No,
They made a smallish car.
they made a new smallish car.
Right. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think the biggest engine in the first year Mustang was a 289.
Was it reasonably affordable at the time?
Yeah, I think so. And that made him really popular.
Fair enough.
So I'm definitely a yes on this one.
Yeah,
Sounds like Bear's
I don't care really.
Bear doesn't like it.
I don't dislike it. I'm
Soren,
ambivalent.
Soren hates it because he hates muscle cars.
The front seats are in backwards.
I think that's on purpose because we see that sometimes.
No, we've seen it before. I don't
Yeah.
think it's on purpose at all. I think they're just on. They're literally they put the seat covers on the wrong seats.
I wonder if the seat is symmetrical enough that they could have just put the seat in wrong.
Maybe.
Maybe. Or they just screwed the wrong cushions on the wrong seat.
I mean, it does look like there's 4 bolts.
It's
holding
got to
back
be the
on
way they come
frame.
because that's not the first car we've seen like that.
It is.
Yeah, but the other ones
not.
we've seen like that, somebody comments, "Hey, your seats are backwards."
Yeah, maybe it's a running joke.
I don't think it's funny.
I think it's hilarious.
I don't think it matters. I mean, if you bought that and it bothered you, couldn't you just
I think you can swap the seat backs.
take the 4 screws out and move it over?
Yeah,
I could have sworn there was an emblem that said liter on it.
yep, 6.5 liter.
Seems kind of early for liters in an American car.
Nope. I think Ford was doing that before Pontiac did it.
I'm just going to comment on this because it always bothers me.
Yeah,
Pontiac's engine color is not a good color.
the Pontiac blue.
Yeah, it's just a poor choice.
Yeah,
It's almost like kind of mental institution in the 50s color.
What?
there's your tri-power intake.
That's a complicated looking casting.
Probably really heavy too.
And that's a firing order
Yeah.
because it's got more than. Maybe it doesn't.
No.
18436572.
It looks like more than 8 numbers for some reason.
Sounds familiar.
We have that. We have that memorized.
Not quite, but
Not quite memorized.
the 6 and 5 get backwards every once in a while.
Is that just the standard GM firing order?
I think it. Yeah,
It's got to
Yes.
be.
Is a standard GM firing order. I think it's. Yeah. It's gonna say most V8s, but
It's interesting how they do 3.
so I guess they're zooming in on the screws to show, hey, you can just swap the seats if you don't like it.
It's easy to fix.
Anyway, I like it.
Why wouldn't they just swap the seats?
I don't know.
And if you're taking pictures because you know people are going to put comments, why not just
It's 4 screws, Soren. It's hard.
not have them put comments?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they actually did. They uploaded the photos with the screws circled.
Oh, that was an afterthought? Yeah, I guess it's
Hey.
there at the end.
Here's what you have to do.
Take out 4 screws.
Take out 4 screws, swap them up. Wow, be 8, really.
4 each, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
And next.
Ooh. I believe
Interesting.
this is one of mine. A Hellcat equipped 69 Charger project.
it's a Dodge Charger.
That would be a
It's
Dodge Charger.
Charger.
You just didn't read the word Dodge.
Current,
It's
well,
upsetting me.
could be a.
I like the lack of paint.
No reserve, $30,000.
This is a true bring a trailer car.
I kind of like the wheels. For what
Doesn't
that's worth.
run. Yeah, I didn't really get into this a whole lot, but it piqued my interest because it, like Soren said, raw metal.
Custom chassis with a Hellcat crate engine and automatic.
But why an automatic?
Ooh, look at that floor pan. Oh, they put the whole dash in.
Yeah, see, I'd rather have the original dash.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
would
going to
too.
suck.
That's a Hellcat dash.
Yeah,
Charger dash.
or whatever dash. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Probably trying to build a modern charger that looks like an old charger.
Man, they even put factory airbox in it.
Or maybe they need some parts of the dash for the engine management. Although you could still just hide those, I guess.
I don't think you need that.
I kind of feel like if I'm tearing a car apart and building a new car out of pieces of cars,
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a dash that I like,
sure.
not just steal one out of something.
Floor looks pretty nicely done.
Yeah.
I don't think that's factory. That looks like
No,
that's fabricated.
yeah. The
Somebody got a dimpler.
chassis looked pretty awesome too.
Did it?
Yeah. Well, not that. That doesn't look good.
Doesn't
That
look
looks
bad.
factory. But the back of it,
looks like it needs
the floor is like way too high in the car.
Definitely needs an oil pan.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. There's
Huh.
not one on it.
Well, maybe
It
it's one of those.
Oil stays in better when it has a
Maybe
pan.
it's those total consumption engines.
It's also going to need an alignment.
It definitely needs an alignment and an exhaust
Well, half of the exhaust.
and a whole list of other things.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah.
a drive shaft.
Drive shaft would probably be handy.
It's got one yellow trailer there.
It's
It
interesting. Maybe that's just temporary. It's interesting how they've made the frame
It's probably just tape.
Yep.
with like big rings in it for the stuff to go through instead of
For the exhaust, yeah.
well, and the drive shaft.
Right. Did it say what chassis it was?
No, it just said custom.
Because it looks like someone just made that.
Kind of does, yeah.
Doesn't look like they did a bad job though.
No, but it's not as thought out as like a Roadster Shop or a
Yeah.
Art and Morrison.
It looks pretty basic.
Yeah.
It's just straight rails with cross members.
It's just a lattice kind of frame.
Sometimes that's good.
Sometimes.
Interesting.
It's served trains and bridges well for more than 100 years.
I guess that's a lot of money to finish.
Oh, I'd guess you're gonna dump at least 100 in it.
Yeah.
Well, it's got 5 days left. It's
It's a-
30 grand.
30 right now.
Would you call that a rolling chassis? I mean, it won't roll straight, but
Yeah.
I guess rolling. It's got an engine. Usually
It's good.
rolling means it doesn't have an engine or transmission. But it's definitely not driving.
No. It's got a headlight,
looks like 2 possibly.
Might have another one in there.
maybe.
If that's your thing, you get the engine, you get a place to start with a lot of stuff done. Looks like there's a lot of parts that come with it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a bad deal.
It's got some big stuff done, and I wonder how well that was done. The dash, I think I'd have to change.
Yeah.
Well, now's the time.
Yeah. That would have to go.
it done and going, fucking hit the dash. So it'll be good.
It's better than getting it done and going, boy, I don't like that dash.
Yeah.
It's gonna edit me out.
And there's just a really big hole for the shifter that must have a giant shifter.
Maybe they're planning on making a piece that more precisely locates the shifter to bolt onto that.
A service hole.
I'm going to guess it's got doesn't say what automatic it is, but I'm going to guess it's like an 8-speed ZF.
Yeah.
Or is that something you can just control with buttons?
Yeah. You could button it. You could button it up.
Yeah, I think that's just going to be all electronic.
Yeah.
Wouldn't like that. I don't think.
Well, the shifter's electronic anyway.
Yeah, but
It's just sensors and
I don't like a car to feel like a video game.
I'm struggling to decide if that's a good deal or not.
Well, how much is that engine?
Don't know. A Elephant is 36,000. That one's just a Hellcat
is it stolen or not stolen?
with a it's a crate engine. So I'm going to guess it's not stolen.
Comes with suspension.
No, but is the engine stolen or not stolen that we're gonna buy to put in this? I'm gonna guess if it's not stolen, it's probably around 10 or more, 10,000.
Why are you buying an engine that's already got one?
Well, Soren wanted to know what the cost to replace that one would be.
I wanted to know how much, if I was going to buy that engine, does that cost? Because
Right.
it's currently at $30,000 for the car and the engine.
I'm gonna guess somewhere north of 10 grand.
I think it would be.
I think it's closer to 20.
Yeah, we know it's 10 grand.
I don't know if they still have them. Yeah, they've got to, right? 18,000.
And it's got a gearbox and suspension.
Not for 18.
No, harness.
Sure.
What are you two even talking about?
I'm just trying to figure out
The
how much
parts and pieces.
and it's got pretty okay wheels. It's like
But you never get out of it what you put in it.
no,
If you just buy a bunch of parts, they immediately have lost their value. So if you've got a $20,000 engine, and a $5,000 transmission, and
I wouldn't pay
$10,000 in wheels, which I
really
think those are.
any much more than what it is now.
well, all I was saying there is, if that was your thing, if you wanted to do that project right now, you, Mason, want to do that project, it might be a good, so if you can get that for 30 grand, you're not going to get the stuff that it has for 30 grand.
Right.
So that's a good.
But
The frame's not.
but you're
I don't
also
think that's an off-the-shelf frame.
but you're also assuming that all of the stuff that's done to it is the way I would want to do it.
Right.
So like first right off the bat, the automatic would have to go and the dashboard.
I would agree on the dashboard. Maybe an out the other man.
Yeah.
I don't see why it matters in a car like that.
I'd prefer to shift it myself, I think.
Looks like it's got marker lights shaved.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if the door handles are shaved, if that's
No.
just a lock hole or not.
Yeah, it's just got. I think that's the door handle hole.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think where that's at right now is pretty good if that's a thing you want to do.
Well, if it ended up looking like that, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, white's a good color on that, actually. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm a yes or a no on that. And why are you buying speakers first?
Those are headlights.
Oh, I don't like those headlights.
You don't like them?
No, they look like speakers.
Yeah, I think, boy, a lot of that you'd just throw away. I wonder if this was one of those cars or it was started early enough on that you had to have all the stuff
all the
from a
Dodge
Hellcat
stuff.
to make it run.
I don't think. I think if you, I don't know. I guess I don't know that much about their crate engines, because the GM stuff and I think the Ford stuff, it comes with like an ECU that
Right.
that's all you need.
Yeah. Well, then I don't know why you'd have a fuel tank and a dash and a.
But it might be early enough, like you
Right.
said, that
They could have
it wasn't-
started this 10 years ago.
Right. It wasn't technically a crate engine. It was just a new
Right.
Hellcat engine
Yeah.
from the dealer.
And it looks like someone's tried to tuck in bumpers, and I mean, there's
Yeah.
some stuff in there that's cool. I would question how well it was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could question that with almost any car.
Yeah, but I would. Yeah,
I guess you can see and
yeah.
decide
I
that.
mean, you can see it
Right. Now's the time to find out on that build.
for 30 grand. I think that's a good buy.
Okay.
I agree, even though it's not my thing, but if I think if it is your thing, that's a good deal.
All right. I guess I'm on the fence.
Oh boy, what is this?
This one I put up for Soren.
The 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1 351 4-speed. Is that because it is the successor to the Boss?
It's not the successor to the Boss. They were
It's the boss's
simultaneous.
boss.
Why'd you put it up for me?
Well, you like the Boss 302 and the Boss 429.
Yeah.
Do you like the Mach 1?
Uh, I'm undecided on that. I need time to consider it. I don't like the grill.
The grill is bad.
It's got the same wheels.
I like the Mach 1.
Think it's got the same spoilers as a Boss 302 and Boss 429. And I think the hood scoop is the same.
No, I think that's a Mach 1 thing. Maybe.
The grill on the Boss is way better.
That all looks pretty similar.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the big difference is you don't have the Boss 302 in this. You've got a 351 Cleveland.
Which is bigger.
It is bigger. I don't think they make, well, I think they make more power. Yeah. They're rated at 300. Boss 302, I think, is 290. I don't know if either one, I don't know if either one of those is accurate. So, Soren, yay or nay?
Show me some inside that car.
It's got wood.
That's not the best thing you show me.
Needs
Pedals are
clutch,
coming off.
needs clutch pedal cover.
It's like there's water damage on both sides.
Huh? Both sides.
On the carpet, it looks like it's been in salt water.
That's a reflection
Yeah.
on the foot plates there.
I'm going with.
See, there's more reflections.
I don't like that routine. I don't feel equipped to answer this, but my gut is no.
I believe it's the same interior as the Boss Mustang, whether 302 or
You
429.
don't like the blue?
Is it the color or is it the wood?
It's the. I'm gonna put air quotes around wood because I don't think that's real wood.
It's not real wood.
I do feel like making a dashboard for a car would be a lot easier in a car like that than it would be in a modern car. So maybe I will be careful.
Yeah, but the dashboard is going to be way better than a modern one, I think.
You mean the instrument cluster?
Maybe the whole thing, but definitely anywhere that there's wood, I think that would have to go.
Including the steering wheel.
I can't see a particularly compelling reason to keep them steering wheel.
Okay. I don't disagree with you on the wood.
I'll tell you what I do like. I think it's horribly missing from modern cars. Is put carpet on the part of the door my fucking foot's gonna hit.
Sure.
Because I hate having to clean footprints off that part of my car. Also, that's a good folding seat.
Yep.
I mean, the seat might not be good, but the design of it folding so that you can actually get in the back if you're not
Yeah.
90 pounds and 4 feet tall is well considered.
The twist fold thing is a good idea.
And actually, the sitting on that part of the seat doesn't look too terrible.
No, I think those are probably pretty good seats.
And it has a headrest,
Sure.
which is good. Center console's kind of, you know, I might be willing to have that and just fix the things about it I don't like.
Which is the wood on the dash,
A lot of the interior.
the color,
It's good.
The outside color.
the inside color.
I don't despise that.
Okay.
Is that grabber blue or is that something else?
So you're just, I don't know, I'll look. So you're just
I don't like the grill.
the wood,
I don't
black grill.
like a lot of the shape of the interior.
That's the same interior as the boss, as far as the shape goes.
Yeah, so I really looked at the interior of the bus and so the outside of it and went, yeah, I like that.
They're good looking cars.
I think I'm a tentative yes on that.
That is 39,000 with 17 hours left. Wow.
And I think it would be kind of amusing to change it a lot and have people get mad at me.
I don't know if anybody could really get mad at you.
Somebody would.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can have it, Soren. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, the boss is far superior.
I like the way a 69 looks better than a 70, but other than that,
Yeah, no, it's a good looking car.
I like it. All right, ready? The next one.
Before you go,
Huh?
next to the headlights and the grill,
Yeah.
what is that?
Turn signal.
Yeah. Parking lights, turn signals.
Because it kind of looks like they just zip tied it on.
It's bad. That whole grill thing is bad.
Okay, fine. Next.
The next one is going to blow you away.
I am prepared to be blown away.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Ooh, this is a modified 1997 Porsche 911 Turbo with a roof modifications.
With a roof modification?
With a roof
The
modification
roof's been
kit on it.
modified.
RUF, roof.
The indefinite article kind of ruins the things.
So it's a roof turbo R conversion kit.
Yeah, I thought it was a real roof. But it's a kit.
Yeah, I don't think we got real roofs
Maybe that's
here.
good enough.
You know, like that era of Porsches is particularly good looking.
Really?
Wow.
I feel like that's kind of their. I'm gonna try real hard to look like a Volkswagen.
Huh?
What?
It's-
Acid green brake
The
calipers.
the things that make a 911 look good are the kind of the, for lack of a better word, hips on it at the back, and
It's got hips. What do you want?
it's tiny
Those aren't tiny.
compared to it just doesn't, and like the wing on the back, that big space underneath it that's just full of wing material looks bad. It's just not a good looking car. It's not bad
It's
looking. It's not
fantastic.
a good looking Porsche. I do like the wheels.
The wheels are great.
I don't like that color of interior, but
Yeah. It's ruched leather. Ruched leather.
I just kind of feel like if I'm spending a huge amount of money on a Porsche, that's not the one I want.
All right. Obviously, Bear's a yes.
I am a yes.
I think I'm a yes also. But on the roof thing, I don't think they sold roof cars here.
Right.
They modified regular cars to be roof cars here. So I think that's a US car that probably went to roof and was
Did it say when it was done?
turned into a Turbo R. They did not say.
I love it.
Yep. I think Turbo Rs look great. Obviously, those wheels.
Yeah. I think the only downside for me is possibly the interior color, but it's not bad. I mean, it goes along with the rest of it.
Yeah. I mean,
And when was the last time you seen one of these?
You don't see one of those.
Exactly.
Actually, the interior doesn't actually.
No, I mean,
bother me that
it
much.
blends in with the car.
It's at least not. If that were
It's got carbon trim.
lighter, it would be really terrible.
Yeah,
It's at least kind of a dark green.
yeah. It's their darker gray. It's got carbon trim.
It's got carpet on the door.
It's got carpet on the door and speakers where Soren's going to kick them.
Don't kick the speakers. Yeah, I like it.
I think
And
that's
I don't think 150 is crazy.
No, I don't think so either. I think a regular 993 turbo is about that price.
I think so.
I don't
So-
think the green and the caliper looks good.
Oh, come on. You don't like fun.
Not that great.
I kind of agree with the green. Not liking it, that is.
I don't mind it. I think
It's
I would double down on it. I might.
You paint the wheels green.
No, but I might do something in the engine bay that color.
What?
I don't know what.
How's that doubling down?
You could have some of that color put on his pipe end on the upholstery.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's got Olin shocks on it.
Wow. I don't know what you. Wow.
Yeah, that's got the good
Fancy
stuff.
pants ones.
Yep.
And the nail on the tire.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Could have just changed that and not showed it to us.
Well,
Yeah. Those look like new
Punch frosting and all that.
tires anyway.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to hold that against it.
It's got a radar jammer. You have to love it.
It's illegal in Virginia.
Don't drive in Virginia. Oh, is that all-wheel drive? It is. I forgot about that.
it's 993.
I forgot about that.
So that's an upside to me.
I'm still in.
Yep. I'm a yes. Bear's a yes. Soren.
I just don't think it's attractive.
Oh,
There are other Porsches I'd rather have.
you're so wrong.
Weird. Like that one?
Yes.
You'd rather have that one?
I think that one looks better.
You'd rather have an 87 911 turbo.
No reserve. With 4 gears instead of 6.
Whatever.
Two-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive.
Yes. Better looking.
And what were you complaining and whining about on the rear deck lid of the other one?
You said there was too
That
much
this one has
spoiler
also?
here.
Follows the contour of the body up a bit.
No,
Well,
it doesn't.
It's kind of like flat. It's like they just stuck a 2x4.
That was so you had room for the intercoolers.
Yeah, they had bigger intercoolers. This one just has foam on the outside.
Yeah,
You gotta love those seats
The
though.
look of that a lot better.
that's a good looking car.
It's a
Not a
classic
great steering
car.
wheel, but whatever.
It's the better one. Look how tiny and dainty that intercooler is.
Yep, needs bigger intercooler.
I accept that.
Look how puny all that exhaust is.
Sure. Put a bigger one of those on there too. Never driven one of those. I'd like to.
And I think that type of wheel,
I like the tires.
polished rim. What's
Are they P7s?
I don't know, but they look
polished?
old
And
schooly.
that is a
What's he
this color.
What's he saying about polished aluminum?
Nobody knows. The wheels.
Turning the aluminum wheel.
It is a
Turn
good
aluminum?
color. The best color of that color is the inside color.
Yeah, Pirellis.
And this was on my list, but I was trying really hard this week to not do any Porsches. I almost did it.
There, I did one for you.
Yeah,
Because he has a Porsche problem.
I have a Porsche problem.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it. It's a great car. And it's slightly cheaper than mine.
It's half the price.
Not quite.
It's got one less day.
And
It's only slightly more than half the price with one less day. And it's so
Uh,
good looking.
here's the only thing that's better about your car versus my car.
I will have $70,000 to do stuff I want to it.
No,
Reaching what you say.
no. Your seats are way cooler than my seats.
They are way cooler.
Yeah, sports seats are pretty cool.
And yours don't have any ruched leather.
I'm not confident that's a word.
It is now. So 3 S's,
3 S's.
especially 84. Seems cheap.
Seems cheap. Curious. This couldn't be mine.
It's not mine.
It's not yours.
Well, then you should read the title.
2002 911 GT3 Cup.
This was going to be mine, but again, I've wrangled my Porsche back this week.
Okay, so is that a real race car or is that a street car made up to look like
That is a real race,
It's a real race car.
factory built Porsche Cup car.
Seems to be not very expensive.
Why is that?
Yeah, why is
Does the engine need done?
Yeah, but the engine couldn't be $60,000.
ADL1?
Approximately 50 hours of the 115 hours long. So it's 115 hours of,
So it does need an engine.
yeah. What was that, 30?
Probably. I don't know what the rebuild is on those. Because I think that's what you do. You
Right.
just yank it and send it to.
It has not been rebuilt. So yeah. Yeah, but
So
still, at the
That's got a
current
100
price of 35,000, you're going to be in that 60, and I still think that's a hell of a fun car.
So it's got 115 hours logged.
Yeah.
So that engine has 115 hours. And I think I was talking to Richie about that. I think it's 100 hours is when they
Yeah, I thought
is
it was
what
like
they
80 or 90.
that was on a 997 though.
Question is, let's say it's 80 is when they recommend a rebuild for giggles, for some argument, and it's at 115. Does that make the rebuild cost any more?
I don't no. I mean it may need more stuff. Um
I'm assuming rebuild works on it costs this much plus whatever crap we have to buy to replace.
say that again.
A rebuild is X price for doing a rebuild plus whatever parts you need to add.
I think it includes the normal things, but they may find other things that need done.
So possibly getting another, in this case example, 35 hours on the engine is just, it's risking blowing it up, but it's also essentially free. If you don't blow it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
42 grand.
41,668 in 2018. It's a full rebuild with a refreshed gearbox.
Well, I'd rather spend 50 grand on a 911 engine refresh than 25 grand on a Miata refresh.
So riddle me this. Is 90 grand a good price for that? If it's got a brand spanking new built engine in it.
Maybe, well, for a brand spanky one, maybe. That might be a bit high for a not totally fresh car.
What I'm saying is, if you buy that for 35 and then put 50 grand in rebuilding it, you've got
Right.
85, $90,000.
Yeah.
You have a brand spanking new engine in it, right? Or a fresh rebuild engine.
I feel like 90 gets you into a 997
Yeah, that's the other, like 90 could get you a couple other cars that are
without a fresh engine.
right.
Well, how long does a 997 engine
I
get?
think they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, probably the same.
Okay. The running book time for these is 100 hours. Well, there you go. They're saying what I was just saying. So
That is a wild.
You say something's no longer available.
is what saying something's no longer available.
That one you had highlighted in says chem carriers and head. Blah, 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 blah. Cam carriers and heads are now no longer available, but 997 ones are the superseded units. So you can get stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could just slap any old 911 engine in there. It'd be fine.
LS Swap GT3 Cup.
That's what I'm thinking.
No.
2J. I'd put a 2J.
You
Maybe a
definitely-
K20.
You definitely would not.
You're gonna put a Honda engine in that?
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you,
K20 with 4 turbos.
I would probably physically stop you from that one.
Would you?
Mm-hmm. So,
What if I put 2 K20s made of V8 K40?
nope. So,
Make sure to watch it. I'm a no.
I like these. I think that's a great race car for
Yeah.
35 grand.
But you can't drive it.
You could drive it. I mean,
There's nothing stopping you from driving it.
the 100 hours is when they want it back, right?
Who's they?
Porsche.
Porsche.
So they say with maintenance, basically oil changes, that's a 100-hour engine.
Okay.
And when it hits 100 hours, or before that, they want it back to do a refresh. If it goes beyond 100 hours, they start replacing other things because it's gone a little further than it should have. Same thing if it's been done before. So if you have a car that's got 200 hours on it, that rebuild's probably going to cost you more because they're going to replace parts that now have 200 hours on them. But as a race car, that's a lot of race car for
Yeah.
35 or even 90.
I mean,
Weren't the Dynon engines in the DP, weren't they like 20 hours? But you could do a 24-hour race on them.
The Dynon engines? No.
no.
I thought they weren't very long.
No. Keep in mind too, I think a 24-hour race engine is usually just for the 24-hour race. You're talking about the one we ran in 2015? Yeah. So they wanted, yes. That engine was 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's because it did a 24-hour race. I think I forget what the hour limit was on those engines, but it's just for the 24-hour race. It's an engine that's raced for 24 hours straight is seeing a lot different stresses than a car that's got a bunch of 4-hour weekends. Does that make sense?
Yeah, or
You're not changing the
30-minute
oil during the 24-hour
sessions.
race unless you're having a really bad race. When you're on the Corvette, we change the oil during the race by adding quarts every pit stop
As they burned off.
wherever it went.
Hmm.
At one point, I was literally putting cases of oil on the golf cart.
I'm a yes.
Yeah, I get a lot of race car for even for 90 grand.
And who
But then
says
again,
that you can't do it for under 50? Do you have to send it to Porsche?
no, but they're talking about sending it to Orbit or
Right.
one of the other guys. Yeah, I don't know. I like it.
It's a cool car. I like it. Oh my God, I knew you were going to pick this.
Okay, so this is your 2018 Honda Grom Circus. I picked this because I kind of like the Grom. I think they make a cool pick light.
Yeah.
That sidecar is terrifying, and,
Yeah.
and I kind of hate it, and I kind of like it. I
It looks dangerous for a box of rocks to be riding around in that thing.
feel like that's something somebody made and not something somebody bought because I don't see how anybody could sell that.
Says the build also included fabricating a custom sidecar.
There you go.
Well, it looks like it's got suspension.
It does at least have a pivot with a shocky thing on it.
Yeah.
I I think it's kind of cool.
I think your butt is dangerously close to whatever that thing and paley looking thing is.
It's what, currently $1,500. The
Yeah.
new Grom is 4,800, I think. I'd probably buy that just because I like the Grom
Yeah.
as a little two-lane around / quick bike
I
thing.
even like the color of the
And
Grom.
I think the sidecar is
Well, you would definitely take that off and put it on the TW.
I think the sidecar is hilarious. It's entertaining. I don't think it would stay on very long, although I might try
Just-
to enclose it.
You wouldn't put the dogs in it?
I might try to enclose it, put some padding in it, have like a bubble on top, and stick one or both of my dogs in it. Because
Or Bear.
in a bubble,
No.
I think Bear could ride in that.
a terrified bear in a bubble.
Well, he wouldn't be riding a motorcycle,
Yeah,
Ooh,
I would.
maybe I would put that on
but
my.
he could get the motorcycle experience without having
What's on
to.
the back of it? Is it to hold fishing poles?
Could be.
Flags?
It has kind of a fishing pole looking on it. So I picked that because I think it's a good deal on a Grom and it's an interesting,
That is a good deal.
sidecar.
I mean, the Grom wheel on the Grom sidecar has got to be expensive.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of lifespan those have. It might not be hard to find one that somebody's blown up.
A Grom.
Yeah, and then just part it out.
What are you gonna? What do you need parts for?
All the sidecar wheels.
Oh, sure.
Then again, that might not be an expensive part to buy.
Sure.
I don't know.
I'm sure
It's got headlights.
I'm sure they get crashed too.
No way.
Although one would expect the crashing one would probably have less effects on these.
Yeah, maybe.
Anywho, for 1,500, I might buy that if I saw it. So
I like it.
I would at least stop and look at it because the sidecar kind of looks like something that you might be able to buy at Royal King.
Well, here it is, right here.
In person, it's going to be good.
Okay,
But if I was
it's in New Jersey.
driving by the motorcycle dealership on 23 and I saw that, I might pull in and go, "Wow, that's interesting."
I will not fly in and ride that back with you.
No,
Nope. Bear might.
I mean,
No.
here's the thing: even if we were normal sized people, which we're not,
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Speak for
think-
yourself.
You're closer, but I don't think that that's going to work for. I think a Grom would be somewhat heavily stressed under either one of us
Sure.
without adding the other one to the sidecar. It's only a 50cc engine.
It would be really fun if you move the sidecar back a little ways and then you could just turn it into a big wheelie machine. and have the wheel on the same pivot as the rear wheel, and the passenger could just pull up on those handlebars.
I'll tell you what I think that's used for right now. I think
Torture.
a somewhere between 10 and 15-year-old child goes in the sidecar.
Nah, I
and
think-
It
takes
says
down to the river for fishing.
the seat's removable,
Yeah,
so you could use it for.
I think it's just a basket.
You could get your groceries and stuff with it.
I think it's meant for a tackle box and some fishing poles.
Yeah,
And maybe the seat turns into a camping seat, so he just sits on it at the pond.
If that's
So I guess for a $1,500 Grom, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's great.
the sidecar is just interesting.
The next one I think is way better.
Next. Oh my God.
That's yours, Mason, so you should read it.
77 CB550F Super Sport Cafe Racer.
I'm with you.
I mean, that's pretty much what I was building for a while. So mine was a 75
Good looking bike,
and had the big bore kit.
which would have made it, what, a 600?
It was a 605, I think.
I would definitely have that for 569.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if I saw it.
Oh, no reserve.
Why don't you just bid it?
Seriously, it's in
Just
Ohio.
buy it.
Well, you know what? I might.
It's in Shinrock, Ohio.
No idea where it is.
No idea where that is.
I mean, it's not going to be more than it's about driving.
Not far enough.
What are these roads?
It looks in the middle of nowhere.
That's
Berlin
90.
Heights. I've heard of Berlin Heights.
That's out east, I believe.
Yeah.
Nope.
Cleveland words?
It's up by the lake.
Huron.
You're on Ohio.
Yeah. So 2 hours away, but very difficult to get to in a straight line. You know what?
Sure.
Really? You just take a couple 90s?
Yeah.
I hate that trip. That being said, I would probably
You could ride up to Put-in Bay on your way back, and
That is definitely one that,
I'd pay that right.
sure.
I'd pay twice then, I think. Without giving it much thought. It's good looking.
It's a
It
nice
is.
looking bike.
It's classic-y.
Yeah.
It's classy, classic. I think if something is classic and classy, it's classic.
I mean, you'd have to put fenders on it because you don't like fun.
Couldn't I just not ride it when it's raining?
Or that.
Because that doesn't look like a great bike for the rain anyway.
No.
Not that there is such a thing as a great bike for the rain. But that's more of a, it's going to be a nice day and I'm going to just go tootle around.
or just put on the wall.
It's a nice looking bike. It's got some nice parts on it.
All is wasteful.
Is it?
Yes.
You're just gonna go trundle around in a. I don't know what you do with that.
You ride it. You turn dinosaur juice into fun.
I do that
Oh, that looks black, but that's a nice blue.
Yeah.
on my way home.
No, that's nice.
Huh.
That's going to have to go up.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Well,
That's a yes for me.
you should watch that.
Might. I'll forget.
That's a nice bike.
No,
No,
no.
That ends on.
Well, I don't know.
I'm absolutely a yes.
I'm more.
You
I
would
like.
pay,
I like that more than the Grum.
You would pay $100 to put that on your wall.
Oh, I'd definitely pay $600 to put that on the wall.
I think that's slow enough you could cruise that around, Bear, and not feel like you're going to kill yourself.
I would.
Certainly wouldn't ride it on whatever fucking monster road that thing's on.
That's. What?
Gravel.
Gravel?
I think he's saying gravel. He wouldn't ride it on a gravel road.
wouldn't be bad on a gravel road if you just go slow. Which my main concern with running that on a gravel road would be it doesn't have a fender, and you're going to have less paint.
I would
There's no
imagine
paint.
I would imagine that was pushed there in the grass.
There's no paint to mess up. It's headers.
It's gonna hit the tank.
There's no way it hits the tank. It's
And
gonna
the
hit
frame.
your face.
That
Whatever.
little pea gravel is just gonna blast that lovely paint right off.
It's called patina. Plus, it's going on the wall anyway.
All right, so you put it on the wall. I would.
It's got clip-on handlebars.
So you buy it, and then Soren and I can write it.
Yeah. If you can,
that like, so you can write it off the wall.
yeah,
It's-
you can just take it on off the wall whenever you want.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
Was that all yeses?
It's 2 yeses.
He's yes.
That's a medium yes.
Okay. The next one,
Next.
I think, is going to
It
be
better be
unanimous.
good.
This one's really good.
Oh, who did this? Is this mine?
No, you wouldn't pick anything this cool.
No, I did.
No, you didn't.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Pretty sure you didn't.
That's what I say. The way
Oh,
the picture is here, it's like the front from the windshield forward is a painting.
This
Kinda.
was going to be one.
Yeah, you
But
say
I
that
didn't.
now.
I didn't do it.
I'm a no.
I'm
Really?
pretty sure I picked it.
Oh, it's not just coyote powered.
A 2001 Ford Focus with a Coyote. Are you kidding me? Why would I not pick this?
Where are you gonna fit a coyote in that?
In the front.
Don't. It just doesn't seem like there's room.
And I think they make them rear wheel drive.
Yes, it's obviously.
You're certainly not fitting a coyote and a gearbox.
No.
Why wouldn't you?
That definitely wouldn't
Put
happen.
a wide body on it. Are you
Yeah,
sure this wasn't on my list?
Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
yeah, you were probably looking at some Porsche. Got distracted.
Hang on, I know.
Maybe you just thought it was a Porsche and took it to it.
It is Porsche orange. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. But it just wasn't a Porsche, so I didn't put it on my list. Whoa.
It's got a 3-liter Whipple charger.
Supercharged?
Yes. 611 horsepower.
That's insane.
What are we trying to do here?
Right.
Wheelies. This is all good news.
Oh, see,
The only thing I don't like is the hood.
really?
Yeah.
I even like the hood.
I don't hate it, but I'm assuming it's there for a reason.
Because they put Jim that's 3 times bigger.
With another engine on top of it called a supercharger.
Yep. The supercharger is bigger than the stock Focus engine.
Yeah.
And that's why I had that thing. I accept that.
I like all of that. Maybe the wheels.
Yeah, the wheels are terrible.
I'd rather have something different. But
Care for the color, and I don't care for the shape.
I think the color looks amazing.
My cup of tea. I can recognize that it's cool. I just don't want it.
Is that like an RS
I think
like
the
bumper
nose,
and stuff?
yeah, looks like it.
I forgot how much I like those cars. They're so funky and weird.
So for a while, somebody made a kit to swap a 302.
Yeah.
I think Ford might have even sold it.
Ooh,
Ford Motorsport might have
you
sold that
might
kit.
be right. They definitely took it to a couple SEMAs or
Yeah,
car shows or something.
but that with the Coyote would be really cool. And
That
then
is not one color,
you
right?
throw
Yeah.
a blower on it.
It's a pearl orange.
but it looks like it's got yellow spots.
Yeah, it's pearl orange.
Pearl orange.
Is that just the way that reflects light?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Whoa, go back. 2 pictures. Top right.
Yeah.
Bottom right. Cool stuff.
Yeah. Lots of cool stuff there.
Yeah. I'm digging it. I'm in 100%.
And it's only 27.5 right now.
20 days.
What's the inside?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Click faster.
I'll just go faster.
More faster. Hey, here's pictures with the headlights on.
That looks like a stock door panel.
Yeah, maybe some suede insert, but yeah. Roll.
It's got a roll bar
I might
cage.
take that out.
I think that helps keep the car together.
You can't just take the door bar out?
I think you just want to leave that in there.
You think so?
I probably would. It's got 600 horsepower. There.
What are we trying to do here?
Not get crumpled in your own.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
I think that's stock Focus dash.
Oh, yeah.
The center definitely looks stock.
Yeah, the whole thing. Maybe the cluster? Clusters. I don't know what the cluster is.
Seats are.
No. Maybe I'd make different door bars.
You could do some low ones
Yeah.
or some bent ones.
Because I'm not sure I would take this to a track. I might take it to a drag strip every once in a while.
You know what? I accept maybe doing a different cage altogether because look how far away that is from the roof.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not.
What's with the carbon fiber stickers on the bars?
It's to protect them.
Protects the paint.
Isn't the paint there to protect the steel?
Whoa. The passenger seat belts are just not doing nothing.
Definitely going to connect those before I go for a ride.
And that's the other end, right? That's
Yeah.
the end you
No,
plug into the
I
thing.
think those are bolt-in ones.
Those look really tiny.
Yeah, that does look like the other end.
Yeah, but that's where they go into the cam lock. Unless there's a cam lock thing on the back seat somewhere.
I don't see one.
I'm not sure why there is a back seat because I don't think you can get in it very easily.
Well, you might be able to get in it easily from the trunk.
Yeah,
And
get
you
rid
wouldn't
of.
want to sit back there.
I would get rid of the back seat. Yes. That's not
Yeah,
a
that's
stock
an
Focus.
updated cluster. I'm in. I like it. I don't know what I want to do with it.
I think you just go have fun with it.
I think I'd just drive the piss out of this
Yeah.
thing.
I mean,
And I think I would probably do it without the roll cage in it.
I think that's structural.
Why?
I do too.
You think?
Yeah.
Changed a lot of stuff in this stuff. And I think that's their.
So then just keep the down bars and the main hoop and the back down bars.
I think you just build a new one there.
I don't think you can build anything better than that. That looked pretty nice.
It was a foot away from the A-pillar.
Yeah, but
That's
it's got a
just
3-liter supercharger on it.
It seems like it's nicely done. It's just not my cup of tea. Thumbnail.
27.5, no reserve. Well, I guess it's got 5 days left, but I'm a yes.
Oh, I'm a yes.
All right. I don't know what's next.
It's going to be good.
Oh, it is good. Yep.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
Why is that terrible?
Oh, wait a minute. It could be good.
Which one is it?
I don't know. What is it?
It's a Fiat X19. Well, it's a Bertone X19 that has a K20 A2 swap with a 6-speed.
No LS.
So it's a Fiat with an Acura RSX engine.
That car looks like it belongs in the Paul Verhoeven movie.
It's probably been in all of them.
Well, then you're gonna have to.
The original Total Recall.
Yeah. There's probably at least 3 of those in that movie.
I think that would be an obscure reference.
Running Man.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's what it is.
That looks like Running Man.
It looks like it belongs in a movie that's sort of dystopian near future sci-fi from the 80s.
It's because it is.
It's dystopian near future sci-fi car from the 80s.
Yep. That would,
Does not appeal.
by George, probably make me smile a lot. I really don't
I
like
think-
those cars, but
Really?
So that's too
no.
I think those are great looking cars.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're tiny.
It's an S2000 engine, right?
could
No.
be.
It's an RSX.
For some reason, I think the paint job makes this car better.
Because it looks like it belongs to Star Wars.
No, because they're.
You can
I
see
don't-
where the X-wings would attach.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are weird. What track is this?
I don't know, but he's.
Is this that one in Detroit?
It's very flat.
It's got trailers.
Oh, that must be the drag strip. Yep, right there.
I don't know. Doesn't look as fun as I thought it would.
Think about video.
Oh, it's in Canada. Oh.
It's always faster than it.
I know. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I'm knowing it. It's probably the coolest one of those ever.
I like it.
Bear, I'm going to yes it because I like the near future dystopian sci-fi vibe, and I think I might just put some X-wings on it.
Well,
And it's $4,000.
if you like the future dystopian X-Wing style,
They've made an awful bumper look like it belongs there,
the bumper is awful.
but it's in line. It doesn't
Sure.
ruin the line of the front like a lot of awful bumpers do.
Yeah. But I think you'll like the next one then.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. If you like that.
I almost picked this. I didn't.
You?
TR8? Well, it's British. It's a convertible.
It's blue and red.
So it's a modified 1980 Triumph TR8 convertible 5-speed
With that badass blue.
wide body.
Where did you guys see this? I didn't even see it.
It's on Bring a Trailer.
I think that's a aftermarket fiberglass wide body.
That's
No
definitely
way.
not a factory one.
Is this an IMSA
It's a
body kit?
Group 4 Huffaker racing style body kit.
I do not want that car, but it is cool to look at.
What?
Why wouldn't you want it?
I just
It's got a V8.
I don't like the TR8s.
It's British. That's probably the coolest one I've seen.
The colors. And I like the wheels. But I don't want it.
I think that one is extra cool.
Does it have a digital?
You love the red interior, man.
I know. That's what. I like it. I don't have any problem owning this car.
You could even maybe put it on the wall. It's not very big.
No. This would get driven and then parked in front of your house.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty trick. I think it actually looks good.
The badges are pretty heinous.
Yeah.
That also kind of makes a terrible bumper look like it belongs there.
Yep.
Wheels are good.
I bet you that is fun to do.
Well, it at least makes good noises.
I imagine it does not handle it all well.
Why?
I don't know. That's my feeling on it is that it probably doesn't handle very well.
Why wouldn't it handle well?
British?
Why don't, what? You're confusing me now. Are you saying handling, not like handling? Are you using that as a weird term?
I'm using that as the responsiveness and steering.
It's got a 35-liter engine in it.
Why don't British cars handle well? Or I should say, when did that become a thing?
That's my feeling on how they probably were.
They do handle well. That's kind of what they got going for them.
Oh, well, there you go.
Even those horrible things that you seem to love, but they handle well. They have 80 horsepower, but they handle well.
Which horrible things did I see do?
Those old Triumphs and MGs and stuff like that. Yes.
You know what that means? Is a big white stripe right down the middle.
Weird. Thought you weren't a striped guy.
I'm not.
Okay. Anyway, $10,000,
Grand.
17 hours left. I think that's a pretty good deal.
You know, I'm gonna say I'm a yes on that, even though I don't want to be a yes for the end.
I'm a yes.
I'm a yes if I buy it for a white elephant
What if you just buy it and
gift
like
party.
crash it around and then sell it?
That looks like that's what the last two people that bought it did.
Yeah. I don't know that there'd be too much thrashing.
Oh, that's a wrap.
Is it?
That's what it says.
Well,
Metallic blue wrap over blue paint. So that means,
it's going to be bad.
Oh, terrible.
that's the paint underneath.
It's not as vibrant, but it's still.
It's more elegant, which is the wrong move. I think the brighter blue suits it.
Wow, look at what that sold for last time.
28.7.
Jeez.
And what it sell for in 2022? 43,000.
Wow.
Whoa.
So, if you buy that for $10,000 and sell it in a year, you will have to pay someone like $8,000 to take it away,
Or
or it'll
You just-
go back up.
keep it and enjoy.
At
Yeah.
some point, it'll be worth more.
If you bought that for 10 grand, which I don't think it's going to sell for $10,000, but if you bought that for 10 grand, you're doing pretty good, I think.
Probably.
43 might have been a little optimistic.
How about
That is a wild price for that car.
All right.
I always think of auctions as the seller at the end of it being like, man, I wish I got more out of that.
Yeah.
I guess if you think about it, there's got to be auctions where the seller at the end of it's like, wow, really?
Yeah. Oh, I know there's been tons of those on Bring a Trailer. You can usually tell when the seller's like, great auction. glad for the new owner. Blah, blah,
Then-
blah, blah, blah.
Next week, there's 3 more of those cars.
Yep. Yeah. People are like, whoa, that sold for what? I'm selling mine. All right.
Sure,
So-
cool car.
3 yeses.
Yeah.
Wow.
For that price, not for 43,
No,
not for 26,
maybe 26.
but for 10, which might end up 12 or 15.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. There's a little body stuff apparently, but
It's a neat car.
Yeah.
All right. The next one, I think, is along the same vein, maybe.
Wedge. This is mine. A 1972 Datsun 510 two-door
Holy crap.
with an SR20 and a 6-speed.
Okay. I can tell you right now, the current bid, I am not in.
Well, is money always
yes.
part of the equation?
I
It
mean,
has to be.
This,
It's insight. We're buying stuff.
all right. Well, you know what? I'm in.
No, I don't think that's. That is a good looking car.
I think that's one of their
Good looking wheels.
better looking cars.
Paint color is nice for that.
And I haven't gone this deep in it, but if I were to do one of these, it would definitely have an SR20 in it. And
SR20 or SR20 DET.
DET.
So since you picked it,
It's great color.
what is it?
What do you mean? What is it?
Okay. It's a 1972 Datsun 510 two-door sedan.
Yeah, I did. I already
SR20
did that.
DET and a 6-speed.
Yeah.
You already did that?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Did that.
maybe you didn't do it loud enough.
Maybe not, but I was so excited.
That Chevelle from
No. We're not looking at those.
looks like 95,000. That was last week's.
I think it's done really well.
Sure.
It's pretty much exactly, I think, the way I'd do it. I might change some of the interior, but not much.
I like the dash, the instrument clusters.
The gauges are nice, early 2000s.
It's funny because I was going to say that's what I would immediately change
Yeah,
is the
I
gauges
would too. But
and the stereo
you would get rid of the Alpine?
for a better Alpine, yeah.
Do they make
Or
better ones than that?
One that doesn't look like that,
They all look like that. It's an
Well,
Alpine.
then I'd put something different.
Was that air conditioner just on off on the right?
Oh, that's neat. And
Dome light?
off little dot, big dot, high.
No, the one on the right. That's a light, dome light.
That is it. Why would you have a dome light switch there? It looks like it belongs to the climate control.
Where else you going to put it? It's a little car.
Somewhere else. So on those gauges, I like those gauges, but I don't like the bezel on them.
That whole center console looks like it came out of a not this car.
Yeah.
Kind of like that shifter.
I like the shifter. I like the shift knob. It looks like it all came out of whatever donor car
Full
that's
sweat.
maybe. Could be
I
both
don't
ways.
think the engine came out of a
No,
Volkswagen.
but some of the interior kind of has a beetleish look about it.
Whoa. Wind up windows. Tweed door panels.
You can't go wrong with three.
Nope. Whoa. Now, see, there's a roll cage you can get in the back seat.
So that the roll cage can subsequently chill you.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate those latch belts.
Yep.
Didn't you guys have those in the Mercedes?
That might have been our first belt configuration. I think it was those exact same belts.
That's work.
Oh, it's the worst.
So if something goes through that loop and over that hook.
Well, the thing on see the kind of the left where the leather piece is,
Uh-huh.
you gotta like snake all your
This piece.
That
Your-
goes through this end?
your anti-submarine belt. So you do the left shoulder in, submarine belt in, right shoulder in, and then you stick that whole thing through the loop and then latch it with that latch.
So that's not.
It just got a spring-loaded check or ball here.
Yeah.
So that hook, when you flip the lever up, the hook opens.
That is not fast.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably not super fast to get out of.
It's pretty fast. to get
Yeah,
out.
I mean, you just rip that thing up and
Yep.
everything goes flying everywhere.
Yep.
It's not fast to get back in.
Nope.
Yeah.
I like those pedals. Are those just like textured aluminum?
Yeah.
Sure. Knurled. They're knurled.
I like it.
Yeah. I do.
I think those floor mats came out of the donor car also.
It says Nismo on it.
Yeah. I like the stock carpet
Yes. Because it should.
because those don't fit.
It's like Datmo.
No, it's nice. Nissan Motorsports.
Yeah, I'm needing some stuff.
You're being what?
That gas station. That's a Datsun, right?
Look how clean that is.
Not missing.
Yeah, he's being the goof.
Oh, You
I
got to.
believe that's been freshly redone.
You have to let us know when you're
Yeah.
being a goof.
And the whole car's been redone. But that is, I'm going to say,
And really nicely done.
surgically
That's been nicely done.
done.
It's kind of what I was trying to get to here.
Yeah.
I'm still a no.
Were those Wiggins clamps? Did I see one of those on the other side?
The Wiggins.
Yeah, there's one more back. Is it? Nope. It's just,
Even.
Just those T-bolt clamps.
yeah, T-bolt clamp. Still really nice.
Sure.
I'm in it, even for the price. I don't think you could do that for that.
I
I find this out.
don't think I would want to do that for that.
I think I would.
I've never done it. I like it, but I have no desire to have it.
Yeah, I really like it.
That would have to be an amazing riot of joy.
36,000. I don't know. I'm on the fence. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know.
Obviously, Bears, yes.
Yeah.
Next.
Ooh,
I also almost did this one.
did you? There were 3 of these, I think, at least I counted. This is an 86 Alfa Romeo GTV6 Callaway twin turbos. Now, the other GTV6s were not a Callaway twin turbo.
And we don't even look at those things.
No. I like a GTV6. This is obviously the superior edition. And I think I know who owns this car.
This is the car in Total Recall that happy people drive.
It's in West Miami.
Maybe not. I know a guy that had one of these.
With a Callaway kit.
Yeah. It just seems interesting.
So that headrest have a hole for your head to go through?
Yes.
Got a,
That's what it's for.
it's got a mesh thing, I'm
Those are
sure.
mesh.
It's for your hair to get tangled in. Look at that.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore.
Probably for the best.
I don't think so.
Huh. Those are 230 horsepower.
That'd probably be pretty fun.
What kind of a suspension is that?
Sorry. How can you ask that question?
Well, by asking you.
It's a Dadeon.
Doesn't look like it.
Why doesn't it look like it?
Are you sure about that? I don't think that's a Dadeon.
I think it is. These are transaxle cars.
Yeah.
It is.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because that piece that connects the wheels looks like
I
it's.
thought a Dadeon had like a bendy bit in the middle.
Yeah, and then the
It does.
part of this.
It does.
But that doesn't look like it bends. That looks like a solid piece that
It
wobbles.
just pivots.
Yeah, it pivots in the middle.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Nope, that's weird.
It's like a solid trailing arm, wibbly wobbly suspension.
It looks like if you get a bump on one side, that side will go up. But if you hit like a bump that goes across both sides, no movement will occur and you'll just tear the back of your car off.
Nah, I mean, there's springs.
But it's pivoting on the diff. There's like an axle that connects both sides that's pivoting.
Those work really well.
I need to see it move because it doesn't look like it moves.
It moves.
It's got to move.
Why
That
wouldn't
thing,
it
it's
move?
like a cam.
Okay, so that bolt.
It's not attached to anything.
Is that just attached to two arms?
That's attached
Two arms.
to the center of that
The arm that
beam.
goes to the right and the arm that goes to the left.
You calling this an arm?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Connecting rod. So when the suspension gets pushed up, that little thing in the middle is the front box. Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So
That thing in the middle is attached to that beam.
Yes. It's attached to the beam.
It's not
and
attached to the
attached to
trim.
both sides of the car.
Yeah.
So when that beam goes up,
that keeps the axle centered when it goes up and down.
when that beam goes up, that pivots clockwise. When that thing goes down, it pivots anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a Watts linkage.
But, and that keeps it from being sloppy side to side.
Yeah.
Yes. Keeps the axle centered.
It doesn't look like there's a lot of room for it to move up and down. I mean, I guess that depends on the geometry of those feet, actually.
Well, it's on a lift right now, and it's at full droop.
It's all the way down.
Yep.
So the most that can turn is a quarter turn. Get off the chair now.
It works. Those cars handle really well.
It's called suspension.
You just got to deal with it.
You mean I personally have to?
You personally have to accept it.
Whoa. That's quite the apparatus.
Is that a factory apparatus?
Wow.
It looks like a factory Italian apparatus.
It looks like a thing.
No, I think that's the old dealer installed air conditioning.
And then the radio is another thing they have right there.
Yep.
And then
I think the radio and the ashtray were mounted underneath the binnacle, and they unscrewed
Yeah.
that and then inserted the
I agree.
blower thing.
So this was up here,
Yeah.
and this just got moved down.
except that doesn't look
The
right.
door speakers don't look terrible.
The winder's gone.
What's that?
The winder, maybe it's got power windows. Window winder. It does have a mysterious switch. It's got to have power windows.
I think power windows was to not put the handle on.
Yeah.
That Alpine Super Ribbon tweeter.
Was kind of looks like 80s factory Italian.
Oh, it is.
I don't think it is.
I think it is if it were delivered in Jersey.
That's 80s
Well-
Jersey dealer.
Uh-huh. There might be some chains involved.
Wow.
No.
You're knowing it? Well, I'm double yesing it then. How do you not like the wheels?
There's a lot of things about that I like. I'm knowing it.
Because the air conditioning system? Or the puzzling rear suspension?
I just don't.
Just think about it. You could buy it, put it up in the air, and lay under it and stare at the rear
Figure you could
suspension.
move the suspension around.
Down on
and
my
saying-
side, watch the suspension move.
Yeah. Say this doesn't work.
I'm
This does not work.
just knowing it.
You don't like the hood scoop?
There's a lot of interesting things about that car, including the suspension and the hood scoop. Kind of like the wheels,
You don't like the twin turbos?
eject to the drivetrain,
You don't like the V6?
set it on eject to the drivetrain.
During the front of it, actually, if you cover up down to the middle of the headlights, looks a lot like an M3.
Oh,
Just look at the bumper and the bottom half of the headlights and the top part of the whatever it is below the bumper.
oh,
It's got an M3-ish look.
oh.
There's a spot of M3 in there. Anyway,
By that you mean an E30.
I mean, something.
E46 M3?
No, an E30 M3.
All right.
First of all, an E30 M3 wouldn't be as cool as this car. And this car is only $22,500.
So,
How many of these were made?
Is
putting it, I'm pretty sure Mason's going to stab me in the face. But
why wouldn't he do that while we're recording?
seems bad to have a recording of that. It's a lot of interesting things. I'm unmoved by the whole car. I just don't want it.
For some reason, I like it, but he's decided he wants to be mean about it.
There it is.
Yeah,
Me?
yeah. You're
What
saying
did I
that's
say?
you're saying that's cooler than an E30 M3?
I think, Mason, that would look awesome parked next to your very similar color E30 M3.
I think it's more.
I agree.
And I would be willing to race you driving that car.
You're going to drive that car and race me?
Well, you wouldn't let me race you in your M3, I think.
Bears race my M3.
Yeah, but he wasn't racing against you.
Oh,
Sure, I was. I was just losing. So that made it okay.
yeah. As long as you lose, I'm good with it.
I think that would be a good Italian counterpart.
Okay. Well, 22.5. Still got 5 days left, but 22.5, I like it.
Yeah. Cool car. Unique.
And next.
Oh, speaking of Italian stallions,
Nope.
a 2001 supercharged Cavallo Mangusta?
Cavale.
Mangusta.
The front of it's two parrots for sure.
No, you said no way too fast, Soren, and then you looked straight at your phone.
I don't like the styling.
Probably because you're looking at more pictures of this. It's a convertible.
I don't like the front, and I don't like the back, and I don't like the side. The interior is a lovely color,
It's a beautiful color.
and it appears to be even fairly nicely laid out.
All right.
But I don't like the front, I don't like the back, and I don't like the side.
Okay. But that's weird that you like the interior.
I like the color, sure.
I painted one of these once.
What color?
It was about that color.
Red.
Yeah. It was I don't know if they did a coupe. I don't remember it being a convertible though.
Oh, that is a hard top.
Yeah. But the whole front end of
think-
that thing is one piece,
I think the target top thing comes off, and then you can.
and then it flops down.
I think the back flops down.
It's not really a convertible.
Well,
Oh, that is awful.
what? You don't like it? I think it's so ugly it looks good.
Okay, I think it's so ugly it doesn't look good.
I'm with Soren.
Really?
Yeah. I never like those things.
It's fishy to me.
Yeah,
It is fishy.
it's just weird.
And it looks like it got caught by a fish hook in the back wheel arches.
Floundery. What's that? Not fishy, it's floundery.
I kind of like that rocker that
Yeah.
just sticks out
Think-
away from the rest of the bodywork.
I think that was designed by the same guy that did the.
I think it's a Giugiaro. Wasn't he the hooked fender guy?
Yeah, Gandini.
Yeah.
Interesting, because that's not, I don't like that when I look at it in that case, but I hadn't really noticed that.
The fender.
Yeah, it's just the whole side I don't like. I hadn't gotten that far back
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
before past judgment.
Yeah.
I do like the mirrors.
Okay. Yeah.
There.
The
This is.
mirrors-
I think this is what this car is.
Actually,
this is
the mirrors are pretty cool, and I kind of like these scoops too.
no. I think
the extractors.
this is what this car is. This is a car that someone designed little bits and pieces of that were really cool, and then when they put them together, they don't look great.
I think that and this are the only pieces
I think somebody said, what if we made a Ferrari
Because I like the headlights.
nothing up here looks good.
footprint and we can't get sued for it?
I mean, at least it doesn't look like anything else.
No, which it's based on a Mustang, right? Because it's Mustang drivetrain, Mustang interior,
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually based on
like
a
a
Mustang, though.
floor pan of a Mustang. I like the taillights. They're in like the wrong spot, which makes it kind of quirky and
You
cool.
like the shape of the taillight or somewhere else?
Yeah, I like that they're kind of shaded out. I don't know.
No,
I'm a pass.
I think it's one of those cars that
And it's an automatic.
everything on it's designed to the max,
it's designed to the max.
and then when you put all these maximum designs together, it's kind of wild looking.
The only design max I'm seeing is the mirrors and those fender extractors.
The back looks like it's made out of angle iron.
Yeah, that's definitely not
That
Mustang.
was probably a Mustang that they looks like they cut apart and then welded back together.
From over there.
Where? Oh yeah,
on the
on
mufflers.
the exhaust.
Next.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks.
For 25 grand, you're not even gonna buy a supercharged
Absolutely not.
Mustang.
Absolutely.
Charged Mustang.
Yeah.
All right. Am I the only one that picked this?
You are.
This 1971 Chevron B19
Yep.
with a Canon livery.
Yep.
I don't know if that's cool for what it is. It doesn't have a
That's not as cool as I thought it was.
What do what? Bear?
Not as cool as I thought it was.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
premium.
I thought it had a V8 in it.
It ends in 10 days. It's currently $12,222. I'm assuming that's an authentic vintage race car.
Yes.
Yeah.
You thought I had a V8 in it?
Shut your mouth. I just saw the picture and was like, that looks cool. And I thought there were going to be stacks behind the driver's head,
Oh,
but there's not.
it's got 290 horsepower.
Yeah.
I have a 2-liter.
Yeah. It's
And
cool.
apparently you get a whole spare car.
Spare bodywork. Look at that.
Wow, 12,000. Oh,
I'm in.
It's a premium. You got 10 days left.
I'm gonna just say no.
I'm in. Yeah.
Look at that. How cool.
Oh. Let's see what this looks like. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah.
NASCAR track.
Oh, yeah. That makes for a quick video.
Sure does. Makes for a quick lap time.
Pretty quick little car.
Yeah.
I like it. I know it's not $12,000 though.
No.
Ew,
Ooh, another one of mine.
Let's pause.
we don't have pause.
Well, let's hit the brakes.
What is it with him and brakes?
I don't want to be licked.
For the purposes of recording, that is Bear's dog.
It is not.
Sorry. Quit licking Bear.
I am not licking
He
Bear.
does not want to be licked. Bear,
What?
quit putting peanut butter all over yourself so that Soren licks you.
I really don't like peanut butter that much.
All right, are we ready to get back in this?
Let's get back in this.
Into what? Into this 2009 Lotus Exige 260?
9,000 miles.
No. This is a 9,000 mile 2009 Lotus Exige S 260.
Not sure what a 260 is.
I'm gonna guess 260 horsepower.
I would guess.
I would guess that's really tiny.
Previously owned by Jerry Seinfeld,
I don't care.
Sure.
and the only U.S. market example in Kawasaki lime green.
Ooh. I like the color. I like the Exiges. I like the S's. I'm pretty sure I like the 260s.
You suspect that you would like them?
I don't see why I wouldn't, but I'm not sure what it is. I would like to own one of these at some point. Now for 80 grand, probably not.
Oh wow, 80,000.
but
I would like to know why, if it was previously owned by Jerry Seinfeld, it is no longer.
he's got so much stuff.
It should be an Exige S257.
They're rounding.
No, I'm sure there's a math equation that, you add the displacement multiplied by the torques.
Or they're just rounding.
I
It
don't,
might be 260 PS
yeah.
or Den horsepower. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a man.
Why? Because you couldn't get in or out of it?
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Yeah,
I can get in and out. It just doesn't look very good.
I don't think that would be
It involves crawling.
fun for me to get in and out of.
The roof comes off. You could climb out the top.
It just doesn't. It doesn't.
Does the
appeal to
roof
me.
come off?
Yeah.
Isn't that your scoop?
Yeah, but it moves the scoop back to behind you.
It's not a great color.
You sure about that?
Yeah. What do you mean not a great color?
Kawasaki green.
Kawasaki green.
Really appeal to me, even on a Kawasaki.
Oh wow.
It's got a big piece of plastic on it.
That always looks just impossible.
Yeah.
What color is that? Like
PPF.
protection wrap?
Yeah, it's PPF. Man, the whole thing is.
Yep.
Nice.
Pass?
Yes.
I don't think that's an option.
I just did it. Looks like it's registered in Florida.
It's wild they
You like those
did that
wheels?
all in one big giant sheet.
Yeah. It really is.
Maybe it's
Usually they plot out like a bunch of little stuff.
so vinyl when you heat it kind of stretches and flexes, right?
Yeah, this is not nearly as flexible as that
I
stuff
think
is.
paint protection probably when you heat it shrinks a little bit. That would make.
I don't know what it
applying
does, but it
a lot
doesn't.
easier.
It's not as malleable as vinyl.
because it's thicker.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Looks like that's a portable guy too.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you've got that skill, go with it.
Yeah, I'm a meh.
Meh. I'm a yes.
I am impressed with the vinyl thing.
Yeah, the paint protection.
It's still technically kind of a vinyl. I did that, I think. It's 2001 BMW M Coupe S54. And I just like those.
Was this the crossover car?
It's one of them.
Ooh, because I think I picked this one also.
Yep.
I think I picked it because I like the interior color and I like the wheels,
It is blue, is it not?
if I remember correctly.
Oh,
Seika blue.
Total loss. 2002.
What?
Well, you can't tell. I don't think you buy that as a, yeah. If you're going to have a silver car,
Mm-hmm.
having a entertaining interior,
It's called a clown shoe for a reason. Yeah,
because it looks like a clown shoe.
a clowny interior.
I don't think that's iconic. I like it.
I
though.
like it.
I'd have it.
And it's a good one. It's got the good engine.
It's 31,000 with 3 days, so who knows? Don't land that, but probably 40.
I don't know. Well, I bet there's more of these cars out there with salvage titles than non-salvage titles.
Because of the way people drive them.
I think there's at least, man, I would almost wager there's probably none out there with no accident history on them.
I like the wheels. I don't necessarily like the little dots in the rim, but
You don't like the bolts
In blue?
that hold the.
You don't like the blue or you don't like these?
the bolts are on the edge.
Oh,
Those are at least real bolts.
It's just they don't add to the appeal of the look, but it's a nice looking center.
Yeah.
And I think that blue is just a little teaser for the interior.
That is pretty cool.
I mean, I think if I had that, there's some things I might do to it, but
I forgot the roof was a big sunroof.
I haven't driven an M version of one of those. I drove a 3-liter one.
that in the thumb part of the door handle on the passenger side,
It was a block off panel for that.
Yeah,
but that looks like a rocker switch almost.
Yeah, it's just
not.
it's a block off panel for the mirror switch.
if you look on my car, it's got the same thing.
Yeah,
Gotcha. So if that was a
right hand
right-hand
drive.
drive, then
Yeah.
that would be over on that side, and that would have the block off.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, I don't
That's
care
also where the bolt is that holds the
Yep.
handle on.
I don't care about salvage title on that.
I don't care either. I'm surprised it's not
I might care.
cheaper.
I might care at 31,000.
Yeah.
I don't think I would buy that as a.
Yeah, but you're paying for it as a.
I don't think I would buy that as a. I'm going to sell it later. I would buy that as a. I like this. I'm going to drive it hard.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
salvage
use
title
up.
it
Nobody's
myself.
getting it when I'm done with it.
Yeah, but do you pay top dollar for that?
I don't think that's top dollar for one of those. I think
With
those are
3
in the
days-
40s.
With
No,
3
I
days
don't-
left. and
Yeah, I don't know
62,000 miles.
how much more I'd pay than 31.
62 is not a lot of miles for a 23-year-old car.
No, but it's a fair amount of miles for one of
Yeah.
those. I'm a maybe, I guess.
I'm a yeah at the price.
I mean, it need details to make sure it wasn't,
Hmm.
like
This must be a bear pick.
The 2015 BMW M5 30 Yara.
16K kilometer.
I don't know why, but I really like these M5s, and I think this is the best package you could have gotten.
Tell us about the package, Bear.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what the package entailed, but I think there's some interior things. The wheels are part of the package.
Frozen dark silver.
Yeah, but you can get that on a lot of them.
And yeah, I think the wheels are part of it.
Not sure. What on the seats?
Got 30.
But-
Is that a normal?
Not. It doesn't look like a normal M5 seat, but it could be. Maybe the pillows on the seat, on the headrest.
Is that a V10?
No.
Twin turbo V8. I think the interiors on these are phenomenal. I think they look great, and they're cheap as far as M5s go. I mean, they're not as cheap as the V10s, but they're not.
Wouldn't you rather have a V10? That's missing a pedal.
Yeah, it is. The
Although-
only thing that this car I think has above the V10 cars is the interior is about 1,000% better.
1,000%
1,000% better.
So you're saying it is 10 times better than.
I don't think that's that much better.
I think it is.
What is better?
I'm going to try not to offend you, but I think this is unremarkable.
Sure,
I do like
you're
that
entitled.
when you take away the clutch pedal, they don't make the brake pedal bigger.
Yeah,
But I think you could have gotten these with a clutch pedal.
But this one doesn't have.
could have, maybe.
And I'm not very interested in it because of that. It is a good exterior color. The interior is pretty nice.
It's a DCT. I don't think. Well, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care if it's a manual or not. It's a big 5-door sedan.
I think these were 550 horsepower. Oh, 591.
Yeah. And it's actually got torque. that the V10 didn't have.
Yeah, but it doesn't have RPM that the V10 had.
No. No, it does not. And it doesn't sound as good as the V10,
Nope.
but it does have turbo noises and a V8 noises.
I'm going to say I would
I
rather
think-
go back in time and have the V10.
At that price, you could probably have either or.
Yeah.
And I think, well, you could probably have either or. The other one would be an SMG car for sure. I don't know if you could probably
Well,
get a really shitty manual,
what that's probably going to end for or end at,
maybe in the 30s,
you could probably get a nice 6-speed V10.
maybe.
I think I'd prefer that.
I think you're paying a premium for the one of 330 Yara thing.
One of 20.
I thought
For
it said one of
Canadian
300 on the thing.
Those are for the Canadians. There were 300 of
Oh,
them
that's
made
a
worldwide.
kilometer car, right?
Yeah.
I'd need something pretty impressive to bother with a kilometer car.
You just push a button and then it's a mile car. It's all digital.
Yeah. I guess I'm a meh.
I'd have both.
If somebody
have a
gave me
V10
that, I
and
wouldn't
one
be
of
like,
these.
you bastard, I don't want it.
Nah.
I'm just not, I don't want to pay for it.
I'd probably drive this one more than I would the V10 one.
Okay. I don't know if that's true. Is it
Well,
because it's an automatic? You don't like shifting?
it's a good automatic.
Are you driving it because
Why are you driving it more
yeah,
than the
why are you driving it
V10?
more?
Well, just driving it to and from work. The V10 might be like today. It was nice out. I might drive that on the back roads to and from work. But then I wouldn't probably. I don't know what I would do.
That's your rainy day car?
The V10 would just get straight piped and I'd just go out
Making V10
and
noises.
make V10 noises everywhere. This
Okay.
one I'd go to the store, I'd go to work,
I feel like I'd just do that in the V10 also. It's not like it's hard to drive. I mean, it might be with the 6-speed for you.
Yeah,
Are you
I
saying he's
all
driven
those
the
gears
Tahoe too
are.
much and
It's really hard to.
It's made him weak?
Yeah, the Tahoe makes him weak.
I drove the BMW almost most of the week to this week.
Tahoe makes you weak.
Tahoe makes you stronger.
All right, next.
Next. This is me.
This is Soren.
And
No
it's
way.
part of a pair.
It's part of a pair.
And
What
I
is
want
it?
to look at both of them back and forth. If we can
Okay.
do that because
We'll go back and forth on them because your other one's.
Oh, I think I know what the other one is.
and
We don't
so
ruin
this
it
is an
for the rest
S52
of us.
powered 1996 BMW 320i Touring 6-speed. And the next one,
So this is an E36 Touring
yeah,
With an S52
with an S52
and a
swap.
6-speed.
and a 6-speed in red. Let's look at the next one.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to look at this
I
one.
want to back and forth some things.
Okay.
So this is an S52 powered 1990
E30.
E30 BMW 318i Touring. It doesn't matter what the number is.
This
right?
one's only a
5-speed.
5-speed.
Oh, it's only got 5
And I
gears.
wanted to compare and contrast these two because
Well, this is a better looking car.
this is a better looking car, which has better looking wheels. And they have the same engine, different gearbox. I'm guessing the first one has more, there's more car there.
What?
It's probably a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
Okay.
so as a station wagon, kind of, you want a certain amount of biggerness.
I don't know why, but the E36 Touring rear end is not the best looking.
I don't know. I don't really object to that.
Probably the taillights.
The taillights are terrible
I more object to the front end.
because it looks like an E36.
The E30 looks better.
Wow.
So I don't know. I if I was going to have one of those,
on the specs, I'd probably go with the second one. I haven't seen the interior of it because we haven't gotten that far. But
Slap them ears, dog.
I wanted to get you guys' opinions on these two. I like the second one
Okay.
better visually on the outside. I haven't looked at the inside.
Which one's the second one? The older one or the newer one?
It's the E30.
Okay. So just off the bat, I think that looks really good. The E36,
The side?
the side view. Yeah.
The side view looks great. The wheels are great. The
I
back of
agree
that
that
looks
the
terrible.
back of it isn't the best.
It's a little Passatish.
It's just I don't know.
The taillight's
The
weird.
taillights and the hatch don't work
Yeah.
well together. I don't know why, but they don't. This one does not have sport seats.
No. Which they could have bought some Vaders if they wanted it to
It's
be.
got a 6-speed from an E46 M3. What else?
At least the inside's black.
Yeah,
All right, let's look at the other one. And it's only $7,000 with 16 hours left.
those wheels, those reproductions aren't.
Oh, they're repros?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're really heavy.
Yeah.
I like the wheels on that
But-
one better anyway.
I think it's a neat car,
Yeah.
especially
it
in
had-
red.
Yeah. It looked like it had an M bumper in the rear, too.
Yeah. But I think the E30 Touring is better looking as a Touring.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I like that interior better.
Not entirely sold on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure
It
about
says
orange with red.
You don't like
but
pink?
it doesn't look orange.
If the car wasn't red, I'd really like the
Yeah.
interior.
So that's kind of heading cinnamon-wards.
Or salmon?
I would say not salmon. Salmon's pinky.
That's kind of pinky.
It's kind of
Good steering wheel. It's got sport seats.
same engine.
It's got a sport air cleaner that's dangling on the alternator.
Yeah.
It's dangling near the alternator, at least. It's interesting that they put different gearboxes. I think this is the
Ooh.
same seller.
Exhaust.
Oh, is that replacement floor pans? What's going on there?
Nah, I think, it's got little, see if there's a better picture of them. There's little kick out things
Oh,
that are plastic.
okay.
Some rust there.
Typical
Ooh,
battery tray rust.
I think that exhaust might need to just be replaced.
yeah, these things here are just
I
little
see.
plastic pieces.
Yeah, okay. It looked like some
It did.
botched floor pan job.
It's like it's been parked in the grass or something. All this stuff has like a little layer of rust.
And that's actually not bad for,
No, I just mean the way that it's rusted is
yeah,
like it's been parked in grass where,
The dew kind of
yeah,
yeah.
gets in there,
yeah.
right?
Because it's not really rusty. It's just got like that surface.
Right.
Of course. What is that?
Quit touching me. Oh my God. Rusty fuel lines.
Huh.
So, out of those two, which one do you have?
Well, that one's 11 grand.
How rusty is the other one?
It said it had some stuff that was fixed. Oh yeah, it's got a manual
Winder.
sunroof.
You know what?
Manual sunroof.
You like spin that thing?
Yeah.
It's cranked.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm going back. I'm going back to the E36.
Yeah, I think I am too, but I still like the way that one looks better.
Now that one look from that angle, that one looks better. God, that back is just terrible. Now I think if you throw some Vaders in that thing, it would bring it around.
yeah, I don't know. This one's almost half the price.
Yeah, the salmon interior
Of course,
just kills it.
that's only got. Well, they both have 15 hours left.
Yeah. I think it's the same sellers. They were right next to each other.
Interesting.
If that maybe were red interior, I'd like it. I don't know that color
On the
just throws me off.
upside, if you wanted to dye that interior, you can pretty
You could
easily
make it
dye
black.
darker.
Yeah.
I mean, a Cordovan might be ideal.
I think I'd just much rather paint the entire car a different color.
Well, you're a painter, so the rest of us.
Like if that car were gray, that would be awesome color combination. Hey dog, can you keep it down over there? Trying to do stuff? Thanks.
Good point, Soren.
I don't think that would deter me.
I think I would go with the E30 and dye the seats.
The rust might deter me.
But I think they're both gonna.
Yeah. You gonna sit down anytime soon?
We just got to get less noisy seats.
Yeah.
Maybe buy some plastic lawn chairs.
Maybe a
next week.
dog bed.
You gotta chill out, man. You gotta chill out. Trying to steal the show, huh?
Just don't touch him. If you don't touch him, don't look at him. He'll make noise and then go away.
So which one is it?
I'm 36 in it.
I'm 30ing it.
That's real tough for me because I think the 30 looks better. The leather doesn't deter me at all. The rust might deter me. I'm just going to talk through it.
Power through.
Yeah, and
Power through, sword.
It's tough. I mean, I guess if you got 30 grand to spend, you can just have both of them. And not good.
30 grand.
20 grand. I only have 15 hours left.
Are you gonna sit down or what?
It's not gonna sit down. I think the bone is causing a problem.
Take the bone out.
I can't take it off. He wants it there.
All right.
All right, back to that.
You're E30 and you're E36.
Yeah.
I'm both.
You're both?
Both. If I had to pick,
You're
think
60,
it's-
16.
I think it's difficult for me because that's almost half the price. I'd prefer this car, I think. Maybe. I've always wanted an E30 Touring, so I've never really wanted an E36 Touring.
if I was forced to pick, I would go E30. Just because I think it looks better.
I think
I could overlook the weird rear part of that for at least a couple months and then sell it.
so. It's got areas of corrosion near the left rear door and tailgate window. Corrosion on the rocker panels was addressed in April 2024. I think they're both going to have rust issues.
Yeah.
All right, well then we'll disregard the rest and say E30 because the leather doesn't matter to me. I fix that.
Yeah, I think I'd do the E30 and fix the rust or fix the leather. And the rust.
Sure.
I wouldn't have either one.
No?
I don't
Okay.
know. Damn it.
That's
I think 11 grand's pretty cheap for one of those. And 7,400's definitely cheap.
and they're both
Yeah.
That's no reserve.
That's going to be a better driving car, I think.
Why?
Because I said so.
Oh, okay.
Well, there we go. Next.
Oh, no. Someone picked this?
That's the car yellow, isn't it?
Just
Who?
says yellow.
I think it's the car yellow.
What's the car yellow?
The car is the car yellow.
What is it?
That color.
It's a modified 1989 BMW M3.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I
Thanks.
think that's what Bear's asking.
I'm sorry.
Who picked it?
Well,
Who do you think picked it?
it must be Mason.
Mason picked a faded yellow E30?
We're just looking.
Okay.
What's the inside look like? Because that color,
I saw it and almost threw up in the back of my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you like yellow,
I almost picked it.
but not on an E30 M3.
This is no.
Fine.
I don't like this color of yellow, no matter what it's on.
Really? Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I kind of like it now that I'm looking at it.
The black interior, black and gray interior.
It's M grain or tech or whatever.
Dark gray wheels. I think it's kind of a good yellow. No yellow is great.
No, that's not rain. That's the Evo.
Okay. So the interior is phenomenal.
It's got an M dead pedal, carbon fiber trim, red seat belts,
Good steering wheel.
great steering wheel.
It is currently at $48,000.
Raw aluminum valve cover? Wow.
Is that how they came?
No.
Well, you crinkled yours, but I'm not sure if that's recrinkled.
I think they were all crinkled.
They were all crinkled.
So you
Well, the black ones were all crinkled.
were there not black ones?
Yeah.
There you go.
They had white ones.
The 33 is it for volume? Whoops. Which I think is an Evo 1. Oh, I think these might be red. And then the Evo 2s.
Are just fair.
No,
No, they're
none of
like
them are bare.
M color.
Yeah, the Evo 2s have the M colors.
So has that one been blasted?
So the color, yeah, so that's a Revalia. Um, yeah, so they were red. And then the Evo 2s, I think it's got to be the Evo 2. And then for some reason, the Sport Evolutions are back to black.
But none of them came just aluminum.
No,
No.
yeah, so that's
That has been blasted.
an Evo 2.
Well, yeah, well, I don't particularly care for that.
And that's back to the Sport Evo's black. This the factory, I don't know why some of them are worse than others, but the factory crinkle on these can get flaky. Whoa.
Oh, cheating. And I knew someone was going to pick that.
It gets flaky and people will box it off, shake it off.
Yeah. I would have put something back on there, but to each his own. Does it have the
Why is the
Headlight-
strut tower?
Does it have
Was
a
it a
headlight
silver
washer?
car?
Oh yeah, it does have headlight washers. Yeah. It was salmon silver. It was this color.
Yeah. Man.
Hmm.
And
Potential odometer rollback indicated.
I don't think anybody cares about that.
And it's got the Evo 2 spoiler.
yeah. That's terrible.
Oh, yes.
I'm a no.
So that's Phoenix yellow,
Okay.
right? And that was on,
Well, they did.
I think that was on Z3.
Yeah, they did Phoenix Gold. Or yeah, that was yeah. No, that's metallic. Which is, I don't know how it is, but that's a worse color than is on that E30.
I would agree that is not good.
Dakar yellow, I'm pretty sure is the color of that M3.
But I like that yellow on that M3 because
You think it's Dakar?
Yeah,
look up Dakar yellow.
No.
because that was the E36 yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's closer to that color.
Or maybe it's that Amala yellow from Audi that's that same stupid pastel color.
Anyway, I'm a yes on that one.
I don't.
I'm a yes on that one as well. I would not crinkle the valve cover, but I would paint the power part
Weird.
so that you can see it better.
Huh.
I would prefer it to not be yellow. I think I'd prefer it to be salmon silver.
Well, it's-
Yeah, if it were, yeah, if it were not yellow, I'd be loving it.
But it's cheapish.
Is
Right.
it?
48
It's got nice interior.
They had a cheaper one.
on Bring and Trailer, right?
Yeah,
What?
it was red. It had a salvage title.
Red with the salvage title.
Yep. There.
Sure, it wasn't white.
Yeah, no, it was. It ended today.
Ah,
It's down there. It's the first one at that one.
this one?
Yeah.
That was
That one
no
ended
sale.
at 46. It was at 30 last time I saw it, but the front end's a whole different color.
Wow.
Other than that, I mean, salvage title or whatever, but it seemed like a nice car.
And then the color not matching.
And the color not matching. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'd rather have a mismatched red one than I would a goofy ass yellow one.
A mismatched salvage title,
Yeah.
red one,
Yeah.
then a non-salvage
Goofball yellow
yellow
clown
one.
car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
So Soren's a yes. I'm a yes. Bear's a no.
Nope. I'd rather have a mismatched totaled red one.
You know, you can paint it.
Yeah.
And you were just talking about doing that on a different car.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have bought that one anyway, so.
Just saying.
At least this car, all I'd have to do is paint a fender and a door.
That's why it was bid to. because the seller
Yeah.
paid 75,000 for it.
Yeah, with mismatched paintwork,
God, it's so mismatched.
which is wild. And I think the total thing said it happened in one of the rear quarter panels.
Really?
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
it
the
wasn't
original,
even
and the whole
front end.
back is the mismatch.
Maybe. Maybe. That side is darker. The roof is light, and the trunk lid's light. Maybe. Yeah,
Or
maybe
is
they,
it the way the pictures are taken?
I don't think so. It's definitely, that fender is darker than the door.
That door and fender looks darker than the quarter.
It does not. Well, that's the
Yeah.
other side.
Still,
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's not the lighter color that's the
that looks 3 different shades.
mismatch.
Yeah.
You think they tried to blend it through the door?
I don't know what happened. And I don't know which side they said it totaled on.
So
There,
it didn't say. It just said that paintwork was noted on the rear quarter.
Well, that side
Interesting.
and the front end is darker than all the rest of it.
red's a really hard color to match anyway, isn't it?
It can be, yeah.
All right, next.
Next,
Next.
this is me.
No,
Not
you
only
picked a Morgan 3-wheeler.
because I like them
With a green
Who would've
outside
And it's
tan
green.
inside.
with tan, and it has
Who-
side pipes there.
Who could have? They all have side pipes. Who could
Hey.
have guessed?
Hey, what is this? 3-4 weeks in a row now?
If they have them, I'm
I
gonna
think
pick
it's
them
a
because I
year
like
in a
them.
row.
Wow.
If there's a 3-wheeler Morgan on here, he's picking it.
Well, I want one.
Well, why don't you just buy one then?
Well, if they're only $17,500.
Why don't you build your own? You just need a Harley engine.
That seems like the only suitable use for a Harley engine.
And
Why
some
don't you
tubes.
build one and put one of your little Subaru derived BMW motorcycle engines on there?
What are you talking about?
One of those flappy flap BMW engines.
Talking about an R engine.
Is he trying to talk
Yeah.
about an R engine?
I don't think that's Subaru derived. I think that's been
Well,
around a lot longer
Maybe
than
they
Subaru.
maybe they copied off of the BMW motorcycle engine.
I think the idea of a boxer engine has been around for some time.
Anyway, why don't
And
you
it's
just
not
build one
copying.
out of those?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm a yes. You're both no's. Next.
Yeah. I'm definitely a no. Fair.
No.
Let's get something good.
Ooh,
I almost picked that.
I think this is me.
Maybe I did pick that. It's a Corvette-powered aluminum-bodied roadster, which presumably, therefore, is something somebody made.
Modified 56 Corvette chassis, 265 Chevy V8, dual 4 barrels. So modern build.
I think when I read that, I thought it was going to be built on a newer Corvette.
Good looking.
That's great looking.
Oh, says bodywork was fabricated circa 1961.
Oh wow.
So
This is-
it is vintage.
Oh yeah. Lister race cars.
It was repaired. So it was refurbished in 1980 and then again in 2014.
That's a little weird. It's got a droopy butt.
You know, you get if you were made in the 60s, you'd have a droopy butt too.
It's true.
I like it.
Like the interior.
Engine turn, dashboard, ooh, stacks. Ooh.
Previously powered by a nailhead.
Why?
Don't know.
Maybe somebody thought that was better.
Then a small block Chevy.
And then somebody else said
Built
you're
on
wrong.
a Corvette chassis? Wow.
Yeah, I'm a yes.
Yeah, I'm a yeah.
I don't,
Side
know,
pipes.
I don't know well, it's got side pipes that are inside it, and they come out right in
Those
front of
are
the back
side
wheel.
pipes.
Well, side exit. The wheels are bitching.
Not,
Interior's bitching.
not a lot to complain about. I mean, I guess you're right. It would make sense if the line of the back went kind of straight towards the line of the rocker, but I think that's a small gripe.
I think the whole looks like the back end melted.
It's black. Look at the front, though. The front's like a mix between a Jag and a Ferrari and an Aston Martin. Holy schmoly. Wow. Look at that. I wonder if that was like a SCCA racer or something back in the day.
Certainly looks that way.
That's cool. I dig it.
Can you dig it?
Is it cheap?
40 grand, 48 grand. Something like
Oh, that's cheap, I think. 48?
5 days left.
It's a 101.
It is.
I'd have it.
I'd have it.
Hate to say it, but I'm kind of a meh on that one.
All right, next. This is a 383 powered 1949 Mercury Model 72 8 Coupe Custom.
He
And
was so
I
proud.
picked it, and I hate the color.
It's powered by what?
383. I know, it doesn't say stroker.
383 what?
I don't know. I don't like the color at all, but I really like the shape.
It's got some cool stuff done to it.
And I think I would be willing to deal with that color because I like the shape.
Really?
Well, I could change it if I wanted to.
Yeah. You know, people do things like this with black ones or red ones or.
Well, that wasn't on Bring a Trailer this time, so I picked this.
All right.
And
What's it powered by?
the 383 cubic inch Chevrolet Stroker V8. But they didn't put it in the name.
It's got a double humper.
As opposed to the non-stroker 383.
They made them. They're rare.
It all seems to me to be pretty nicely done.
Yeah.
It does look nice. Yep.
It's not crazy expensive.
I don't even mind the color.
I'm not a huge fan of orange. In
I
general.
think that paint job's too nice to just
Yeah.
go and paint it a different color because you don't like it.
So here's what I would do if I bought that. I would keep it as it is and drive it around. And eventually, when the orange got to me, I would paint it some other color or vinyl it.
I like those wheels.
Whatever.
Um,
I kind of like them too.
I think does somebody make a bigger version of those?
so, couple of things.
Yeah.
The bumper.
Those side pipes are the same side pipes that are on my Corvette.
What about the bumper?
The bumper right here.
It's tipped up a little.
I'll get back to that. These wheels, pretty sure those are from the 90s.
But they look okay on that.
Okay. I think the tires got too much tire and white wall. I guess it looks better. It's on airbags. Is that right?
I don't know. Does seem to have
It's
moved.
either hydraulics or airbags. Side pipes. I don't know.
By the way, you're just mentioning all the things that bolted on at the last minute.
So what's your gripe with the bumper?
It's not really a gripe.
Whoa, were those fishes?
Yes.
Bees?
All right, that's pretty cool.
I'm not sure those are stylized something. I mean, they could be spaceships or Jetsons mobiles.
I like it.
That's pretty neat. Hopefully those antennas are not powered and
Yeah,
go all the way
they
down.
probably don't fit. I mean, the chop looks good. All the Frenched and the channeled and the molded.
Yeah, that all
Looks
looks
good.
good. It's got nice paint.
Yeah. All the gaps are nice.
I think it said in here that the front end is fiberglass.
Okay.
Fiberglass front end.
And
Frenched headlights.
So I think
What
these
is
were
that?
just added on to the fiberglass front end.
so you're saying it's not really a bumper.
No, it
It's
doesn't
trim.
look. It just looks like looks
Yeah,
like
it's trim.
Well, I'm okay with it as trim.
Okay.
I'm going to
Just
try
saying.
pretty hard if I have that not to run into anything. I do think that in just black, that would be better.
And you're okay with the 383 Striker and a Ford or a Mercury?
Yeah, because it's a Mercury.
Okay.
Mercury has no pride.
Okay.
I even kind of don't hate the steering wheel.
No,
What
steering
about the
wheel's
rest of the interior?
You know, if I were speccing it, that's not what I would spec. But I accept it. In fact, I'm
Like
gonna
shark fin exhaust?
I'm gonna rescind my previous statement and say I'm gonna keep the orange because with the creamy interior, it looks like one of those push sickle things
God!
and a creamsicle. And I'm just gonna embrace.
Is that going to be your license plate?
I'm gonna embrace that.
I think I'd lose the side pipes.
I think I'd lose the tailpipes and keep the side pipes.
Okay. Lose one of them.
Yes, one of them's got to go.
I might pull those brown inserts out and replace them with matching orange.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Brown's a weird choice.
Because the rest of it's pretty much like anywhere there's like brown leather or vinyl or whatever that is, just replace it with matching orange. Or maybe a darker orange. I don't know. A complementary orange. Orange.
All right.
What do
It's
you
a
bet?
medium.
That's a medium.
It's a medium. Cool. For 21,
21's not too shabby.
that's
3 days left.
yeah. For you couldn't do that for 21.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously, I'm a yes.
it's cool. Ooh.
It's a 1961 Aston Martin DB4 Series 3 4.0 liter. I picked this spare because here's an Aston Martin that I like. Then
You know,
there's stupid
I saw
Vantage or
this
whatever it
and
is.
I figured that they're just, I don't know. They're cool. I
Good
just
wheels, good
think
color.
of James Bond too much. This one's at least it's blue
It's good blue.
and not silver.
It's good wheels.
Yeah.
I don't know what the inside looks like.
I think the Bond car was a DB5.
Was it?
I think so.
I think it's similar enough. I would get them confused.
Well, it's
I
one thing
think
Aston Martin's good at.
The hood scoop is entertaining.
I like it. Yeah. It's a beautiful car.
Oh, it's red.
Gorgeous.
Does that bump it up in your estimation, Bear?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, it's currently at $450,000. Is that right?
That's correct.
So I'm a definite no at $450,000, but I do think it's good looking.
It's a great car. Ooh, is that Lincoln Continental?
Don't get sidetracked.
By the way, every time this Diablo comes on the side, that was almost on my list.
That one.
Yep, because I really want one.
Surprised it wasn't.
Well, I figured I'd had enough stupidly expensive cars the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
This is a great car.
For not a great price.
I think it's probably a good price. Anyway, I don't know what those go for.
Well,
I'm saying they go for at least 450.
that one does at least. Next. All
Holy
right.
shit.
1983 Chevrolet K5 Blazer Silverado diesel 4x4 with trailer. I don't like Blazers. I don't like really any pickup trucks from that era.
It's not a pickup
It's
truck.
not a pickup truck.
Or trucks or whatever the hell that is. I picked this because I have a question that I think you might have an answer for.
Mm,
And this also happens with those terrible
don't even say it.
Dodges. Plymouth?
Prowlers.
Yeah. So it's got a trailer made out of another one. If you're going to spend money to do work on that, presumably you like those, right?
Okay.
So if you like those, if you value them, why would you cut the back off of one and make it into a trailer?
Well,
The Prowler's not cutting a Prowler in half. This is just a bed someone had laying in a field that they put on a trailer.
yeah, it's a pickup bed. It's not a Blazer.
It looks pretty close.
But it's not.
Yeah, but it's just a pickup truck bed.
They didn't chop up a Blazer for that.
So they took a Chevy of that era
Yeah.
pickup and just took the bed off and either used the frame to make a trailer or just
Hell, you
stuck it
could
on a
probably
trailer.
buy the bed from LMC for
Yeah.
thousands of dollars.
Right. Well, I don't want it. I'm a definite no at any price. But
Not even for a diesel.
no,
With 130 horsepower?
American diesels in the 80s were not a good thing.
No turbos.
Definitely no turbos. $7,500, no reserve.
I think it's fairly cool. But no.
Yeah. No.
Oh boy.
Yeah. 1927 Isota Frashini Tipo 8AS Coupe, chauffeur by Suchik, I'm guessing.
It's a good thing I didn't pick this
like
car.
the look of that, and I also like that it's in a library. And I might get that and put it in a library.
This is a library car.
Also, chauffeur cars where your chauffeur is out in the elements.
Yeah.
They crack me up.
I bet that thing smells like books on the inside.
Probably.
Or cigars,
and bourbon.
Old ladies,
That were young at the time.
or old at the time.
Sure.
Anyway, probably not a great car to have. I'm a no in terms of actually buying it.
Would that go on your wall?
Unless I have a really large amount of money, and then I would buy it and stick it in a library.
$70,000.
Use it as a reading chair,
Holy shit.
because it would crack me up to sit in the back reading books.
I feel like 70,000 is a smoking deal on that right now.
What?
I'm assuming that there aren't many of those about.
What do you think is a good price for that?
20?
Uh-uh.
Looks to be in good shape.
Yep. You are way off, Bear. And the chauffeur does have a little top.
Well, which is better than getting rained on.
Yeah.
But that's only because you don't want a damp chauffeur carrying your luggage in when you get to.
I think that's just to protect
Elma's
the
house.
investment of the vehicle.
I don't think it does a lot of that.
Well, if it's raining,
I think there's going to be a fair amount of rain coming in the sides. I think
it'll
that's
just ruin the doors.
I think that's made like a boat.
That looks like it was added after the fact anyway.
That looks like the windows go up.
How many cylinders? What's the displacement?
Does it matter?
It's
Yeah.
7.8 liter.
4-cylinder. I mean, look at that.
It's made
Wood
out of
grain.
like actual oak.
Yeah.
Like that's probably the structure of that door is that it is made out of oak
Clad in chrome and tin.
with a thin sheet of steel on the outside that's been painted.
When you say thin,
Well, compared to the oak.
yeah.
Oh, look at
It's
that.
got a bar
Of course it does.
and a secretary desk.
Yeah, and that's where I would sit, reading my books, drinking my drink. It's got a little cubby.
That's the only reason this person owns this car is to put it in their library.
Well, that's the only reason I would own this car.
It's not secretary desk, that's secretary seats.
Yeah. Oh, fun times.
You know who owns that car, and you know who's just along for the ride.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if I had ridiculous money, I'd have that. Otherwise, it's a no.
3-speed manual. Sorry, 7.4 liter inline 8 overhead camshafts and valves.
Just makes me think of old boats or possibly even old aircrafts.
It's Italian,
I think it's French.
French.
It said replacement carburetors were installed during a 1950s refurbishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had a bookstore, which I wouldn't, I'd have that in it.
You make it sound like having a bookstore is some sort of sin or would make you a pariah.
Well, I can barely read, so
No.
Should say the body is French. I don't remember where they're from.
the Stuchuk.
It's not a Freshini.
It sounds Italian.
That sounds Italian.
It does.
And there's a bunch of Ferrari flags in the back.
Well, probably
That's-
not original to the car.
Or the
Well,
room that the car is
Yeah,
in.
it's Italian.
All right, next.
Which, by the way, they withdrew from the WEC.
Oh no!
Yep.
Right, because they were chauffeur driven.
They were not chauffeur driven. That might have been the problem.
Were they driven badly?
I don't think so.
Next,
At the top it says origin Italian.
was it acquired by the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Foundation?
Where does it say origin Italian?
Era 1920s origin Italian category premier or something. Right underneath the black line at the top. All the way at the top. Down.
Oh, gotcha. So it last sold for $500,000.
Oh, good God!
When was
So
that?
70,000, you're doing pretty good, Bear.
Doing quite well. I'm going to guess, though, it's got 6 days left.
Yeah,
And if it doesn't get significantly higher, it's not going to meet its reserve.
right.
It is premium and alumni.
It's definitely premium.
That being said,
Next.
I would have it. All right. This is a 2020 Zeal Motor Fat Truck 2.8C. I don't know anything about that, but I put it on there because I wouldn't pay 20 grand for it, but I might pay 5.
You're not paying 20 grand for that, but you're paying 70 grand for a chauffeured secretary mobile.
Isn't that a copy of the Ukrainian
Sherp.
thing?
I think it's a
Yeah.
Sherp.
The Sherp?
Might be a copy. It might be a pre-existing competitor. Hard to say.
You think there's a lot of competition in that market?
Well, there's at least two.
Okay.
Well, have fun. I'll go for a ride in it.
Look, I didn't. I'm not willing
You
to pay
just
20 for
picked it because you don't like it.
I picked it because it's kind of cool, and also
It's got
if you're
big
going to drive
knobbly
that
tires.
anywhere that isn't across grass, you're going to need a trailer, and this is bring a trailer.
I like the. What do you mean? You can drive that anywhere.
Well, maybe grass or water.
I like
You
the
can't
wheel
take it
design.
on a highway. Yeah, it almost kind of looks like it's got like internal cable tensioning or something in the wheel.
Sure.
I mean, that might well be a two-piece wheel that's held together
I
with.
was thinking more of a BBS fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there you have it.
So
Great.
it looks pretty big on the inside. Reasonably big.
It's funny as I scroll down here looking to the right, all these Porsches that Bear didn't pick.
That was one of them right there. That silver one. I stared at it so long and hard.
And there's a
Slant nose. I didn't even see that.
So I guess we're all no's, and we can close this and go next, right?
yeah. There is
Yeah.
no next.
There's nothing left.
There's nothing
You've
left.
again ended us on a big
Yeah. Why do you
van thing
keep ending us on something that sucks?
that
It
nobody
doesn't
wants.
suck.
No one wants it.
I don't know what to do with it. If I had
Somebody wants it for 20 grand.
if I had a huge amount of land and a huge amount of money, then I would just buy that and park it somewhere and occasionally go.
I mean,
drive
even
around.
that Lincoln Continental was cooler.
That was bid to 51.
That's a non-turbo.
Yeah.
So we're done.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to talk about wrapping it up?
Oh, what did we see? You shouldn't close them because then we forget. I had the coolest one, whatever it was. Oh, there was an Exige.
Uh,
There were two
I had that-
BMW station wagons.
I had that on my list and took it off because, well, I like Acties and I like Groms, and I don't like the way either one of those is. I'd have to change them both, but to get them both at once is kind of cool. Because I'd have to put the original swing arm back on that,
Oh, God.
and I'd have to put different wheels on the Acti.
Like the wheels. I don't know. I didn't see that.
All right. So we got to go back to this heap. I mean, should we just click on something cool so we don't end on a shit box?
Let's look at the Porsche that I tried really hard not to pick.
I'm okay with that.
It's gonna be good, and it's got a drive,
Not
and it's
ending on
got a
Zeal that you
driving
don't even
video.
like.
I like it. I just don't have a use for it, and I'm not going to spend 20 grand on something I don't have a use for.
All right. So we don't end on the Zeal.
We end on
A 3.4 liter turbo powered 79 SC 911 coupe with a G50
I like it.
It's been
It is.
backdated.
that has ended at $220,000.
I don't like it that much, and I don't like the graphics.
Well, it's a great car.
Yeah,
Look at the interior.
I do like the interior. You know what? I'm gonna buy like McKellen
Look at
hunting
it.
plaid and
The
just
gauges.
do some seats and something in it.
You should do the seats in your truck. Look at that intercooler, Soren. That's a proper sized intercooler.
Okay. Look, we're in the garage. There's going to be garage noises sometimes.
I know, but do you have to make so many?
I can't help the chair. And that's most of my noises.
Wow. So it's got Motec GT35R, coil unplug, 3.4 liter.
Yeah, what do you want?
I want to not pay $220,000.
Well, tough tits, dude. You're gonna have to,
Or not.
or not, and then buy one of those Sherp copies for 20 grand.
One of your tailpipes is the wastegate
Yeah,
Is it also a tailpipe?
for the wastegate.
for the wastegate. Yeah.
It's not a tailpipe for the engine?
No,
Engine's over here.
Interesting.
there's a
Looks like
driving.
it's got heat,
Yeah.
so that's good.
It sounds great.
Does it?
Yep,
How do you know it sounds good?
because I've seen part of the test drive video. I did actual research on this one because I wanted to click on it so bad. It's so good. The wastegate just
Those are not original instruments, are they?
no. The left two might be, but the right two are not, or right three.
Spruce gauge on the right.
Yeah. Thing just gets down.
It really does.
Where do you think this is?
I think it's in Utah.
Wow.
I don't know. That could be worth $220,000.
It might be worth 220,000. Yeah.
It's got a good driving video. It's not baby in it.
I mean, I would smile all the time. Go. Yeah, I think 220 is a pretty good price.
I think that could be Utah.
So you don't think that's Utah?
Or maybe it's Oregon or
California.
somewhere out west.
I don't think Utah has any rivers big enough to need a bridge like that. And probably not a lot of grain silos.
Utah?
So I think they're usually their videos are usually a lot shorter than that,
Yeah.
and they probably just couldn't stop
Yeah.
because that looks like a blast.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not even going to get nitpicky on that one.
No. I mean, the stripes you could probably do with or without, but
Yeah,
they're not.
I'd be more with
They're
that.
not gaudy. Super gaudy. Oregon, Portland.
Look at this. I always kind of suspected that a 911 being rear engined
mm-hmm.
would be a little squirrely in the steering if you got your foot in it. Is that the case? That's why maybe not a little bit this question.
I think so.
The ones I've driven, no. Because you think it makes the front end light?
Yeah.
And I assume you're talking about in a straight line?
Well, just if you're turning
Yeah.
and you got your foot in it while you're turning,
Okay.
that it's going to want to push out more than it would if you don't have your foot in it, which I
Well-
guess is true of all cars, but it feels like that would be more in a rear engine car.
Just put more gas in it.
Maybe.
That's another
I
thing.
mean, if it's got enough power, it's probably not going to understeer. Is that what you're saying?
Another thing I've often puzzled about is the gas tank being close to the front wheels.
Yeah.
If I don't know what size it is, but let's say it's 15 gallons.
Okay.
So that's 90 pounds if it's full, and 5 pounds if it's empty. 85-pound change over your front axle probably changes the handling characteristics.
So it's got a stock fuel tank. It's a nice car. I mean, I guess it should be for $220,000, but
It'd be disappointing if it wasn't.
yes.
And it's sold.
Yep.
Is that fiberglass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wing and stuff.
Yeah. Duckbill.
I like those pedals.
So sunroof car.
I like the interior.
Yeah.
Wind
Not
up
sure how I
windows.
feel about the pull string door opener, but whatever.
Surprisingly nice on those.
Well,
Was the back seat replaced with
Yeah.
speakers?
That's
that's
funny.
pretty hilarious. One of them was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the backrest of the back seat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's pretty much not for having people back there.
It's a 3-seater.
Yeah.
For a very small person.
Yeah.
Who likes to be right next to an engine.
And
That's an
subwoofers.
awesome plaid.
Yeah. The best. Well, pretty good.
Pretty good. It looks really good with that
It's the best
deep
with
black
that
shiny
color combo.
leather.
Well, I hope they drive that car like that guy was driving it.
You mean whoever buys it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those gauges are original.
No. Well, I mean, I think someone's changed the color of them, but they're all kind of the same.
I think those are original. I mean, they're factory.
Right. But
They've been changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dials are gray instead of black.
I don't know about the boost gauge though.
Yeah, I don't think that's original. But those two are factory. They just changed them to gray.
And yeah, okay. So the markings are not original. Because that doesn't look like something from
No, I mean it's the same font and everything. All the numbers and stuff are the same.
Backdated. I know I've asked this before, but it never makes sense to me. Backdated means that that is not actually a 1979, but it is made to look like one.
No,
That
that's
is
a 79,
79 made to look like a long head.
like a 69.
69 to 73, I think.
Yeah, something.
I
Yeah,
think 73 was last year, the
yeah.
long hood.
Well, it's good looking.
It's great looking.
And that is a great way to end this week.
And no one picked it.
Nope.
Maybe we felt like we were over Porscheing the in the garage pudding.
Well, that's what
That
I
doesn't
felt
mean you
like.
don't pick any. You should be picking exceptional cars.
Listen,
That's exceptional.
that's exceptional. I tried not picking a Porsche.
You did pick a Porsche though.
You picked two.
Well, at the
I picked
time,
one.
I didn't think it was a real Porsche.
You
Fair
thought it was a kit
enough.
car.
I thought it was a kit car roof. Well, that's not a kit
And
car.
I will own that the Zeal is the worst car this week.
Oh, I wouldn't put it that far
It is the
down
worst
there.
car this week, even though there's a couple of.
The Blazer with the diesel.
Yeah, that was pretty
I think
bad.
that's worse.
Probably.
Your library car. Well,
That's
that
not
was
bad.
actually cool.
Library car is really cool.
The Grom with the sidecar. I'm not going to accept as being bad. Even though
I do.
I know you want to say it.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
It's a Grom, which is kind of okay, and the sidecar's interesting.
Just go buy a Grom. Why do you need a sidecar?
Because that's a third of the price of a Grom, and it comes with an interesting sidecar that I can look at and puzzle over
Whatever.
and take off, or use to drive my dogs around on a little terrifying bubble of doom.
Whatever.
If I do that, they're getting pickle habs.
Which, by the way, you should do. You should make a sidecar for something you have and take your dogs around.
You know, it's funny because Tanya also says that.
Yep.
But making a sidecar is not just.
That guy just made it out of tubes. And
Yeah.
an old wheel off of a motorcycle that was wrecked.
Looked pretty.
It's
Looked
not
pretty
as
easy to me.
straightforward as
So
it sounds.
looked pretty easy to me.
You just put tubes together
Yep.
and boom, sidecar.
I did make for my TW. You welded it for me actually.
Oh.
A platform that will go off of the rack on the rear that I was going to make a dog bubble for,
Ah.
but I never got around to making the dog bubble.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Like, tag, subscribe, share, comment. Tag? Tag?
I don't think tagging is a thing.
Why can't you tag?
It's not an option.
Is there a tag button?
I think there's
Like, subscribe,
share, subscribe, and you can click the notify bell,
and ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
but that's not tag.
Maybe that's what tag means.
Tag is like when you spray
it-
paint your symbol.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
slang for ringing bells. Tagging.
Don't believe that's true.
Oh, yeah.